Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Dinner and a Game, where people try and bully me into revealing secrets, but I won't because I am strong and powerful.
Ray, I tell you my secret projects all the time.
I know, because you cannot not tell me. You can't keep a secret to save anyone. If my life was in danger and the only way I would live is if I told Em a secret that she could not tell anyone,
no, I would keep it.
Die.
I would keep it. But if it's my own projects, I have to tell somebody because I get so excited.
She does. She literally vibrates in place until she tells someone. It's hilarious. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Dinner and a Game. We hope you all are doing amazingly well. I am desperately searching for something that I thought I just had open, and apparently I closed it because I am an idiot.
You are not, and I would like you to not talk that way about my friend.
Positive affirmation is the only thing we accept here. That and credit cards. So... We hope everyone's doing all right so far this week. Yesterday, we had a wonderful game thanks to Star Shard Stories, who ran us through Changeling the Lost, where we got our... Well, some of us got our butts kicked more than others. But we did have a very good time, and we got to have a great game. And tonight, we're going to continue in the World of Darkness theme and play our Changeling. Playing our World of Darkness Emerald Sanctums Chronicle, which is based on the 20th edition rules set for World of Darkness, and it is a Orphans Chronicle, which means that instead of just playing all vampires or all werewolves or all mages or all changelings, we are actually playing a group of different people who are currently typing things that are very rude in the chat for the players.
We're not being rude at all.
No.
Mommy.
Mommy!
Not rude.
Oh yeah.
Mommy.
And also tonight we're going to be announcing we're going to be doing the second night of the raffle tickets for our new Mini of the Month giveaway, which we've decided to go a little bit sci-fi with this because we are going to be giving away something from Loot Studios, and we're going to be giving away their new from a set they call what was the name of that set? It's called Miners and something or other. But anyway, it's a sci-fi set based around a space mining colony that's being attacked by aliens, and we're going to give away one item that I really love from this set, and that is a thing called the Scourge, which is a space ship. There it is, the Scarab. Sorry, this is the Scarab. This is a 3D printed spaceship that we are going to be giving away at the end of this month. Now, this is a gorgeous model. All the detail you see here, this one's been painted, but it's going to come in a flat gray resin, and this ship is going to be decently heavy. It's a pretty big ship. It's around, I think it's around a foot long and about 8 inches wide. Shut up. And it's going to be and it's got all the things you see there. It comes with the two different versions of the cockpit, so you can paint a canopy or you can leave a clear canopy so you can see inside the cockpit. It's got all these different bells and whistles on it, and you will be able to paint this up as you see fit. This is a great item to have as a desktop piece. If you play Starfinder, this is another great item for Starfinder. It's a wonderful ship, and it's freaking detailed as all heck.
It's gorgeous.
It is gorgeous. We're going to give this one away at the end of the month, and you're going to be able to get raffle tickets for it for a 20-minute period randomly during the show, which is usually a break because that's when I remember. We're going to give away raffle tickets, and all you have to do is type in !ship, I do believe, into chat, and you will get your raffle tickets. We give one away for each to our followers, and two away to our subscribers. And we actually gave away Mommy, who it was Lilith, the blood daughter, last show, and M somehow rigged it and won. So I don't know how she did it because I was the one doing the spinning of the wheel and everything like that. But you know,
well, if anyone was going to get Mommy, if it wasn't me, it should at least be M or Ivy.
M or Ivy.
I accept those I accept
You accept those
the
terms.
result. Yeah.
Okay.
You accept
All
these
right.
results? All right, excellent, wonderful. Thank you. The results have now been certified by Sphinx, which makes them legal and binding. Congratulations, Em. You now officially win, Mommy.
Officially.
Officially. But in the meantime, we're going to jump into Emerald Sanctums. We've got some stuff to get through. One of the things I wanted to let everyone know about is Jonathan is leaving the dinner and a game because I think we've said it before. Jonathan got his dream job, but it is one of those jobs that occupies a lot of your life when you're first starting it out. And he's been trying his best to keep his schedule up, but it's just getting to be too much. And it's one of those things where, we completely understand. It's life comes first. We always say that. And it's one of the first rules of dinner and a game. So, Jonathan, we wish you well. We love you very much. And it's a great time for this to happen, actually, because we're transitioning into the second phase of the Chronicle. So, we love you. And Jonathan's always welcome back at the table. He can come back anytime he wants to. And we love him, and we will always be here for him. So, let's go ahead and say hello to the other people who are here to play characters who are scary or maybe a little bit crazy. Just plain old tired. Hi, everyone. How are you doing? I just get waves.
We're here.
We're here.
We're
So,
here.
let's go ahead and say that we're going to have a great time. Shall we?
Yeah, it's the end of Chronicle 1.
It is. It is. Let's start out with the mighty and the incredible Sphinx. Sphinx, who are you going to be playing this incredible evening? You're muted.
Hi everyone, I'm Sphinx Akasha, Circle DM on TikTok, Sphinx Akasha everywhere else. I am playing Emrys Malik Grant, our Order of Hermes mage, who has just recently learned that he is in fact this universe's Merlin, and holds Excalibur, but is holding it for someone. It's not necessarily his. He has to get his own damn magic sword.
I don't remember in the Legends of Merlin actually had a big sword himself.
I don't think he did. Not in the Legends. Doesn't mean we can't have one.
Yeah, we should give him one.
Yeah.
We'll
I'm
probably have to
saying,
get him one.
New Merlin lore.
available.
Staff. Oh, he had something, I thought.
Like Emrys would willingly go on quest for Kusanagi. Like that's all I'm just saying.
That would be
Just
so dope.
saying.
Just saying.
So let's move on around to Milagros. How are you doing, Milagros?
I am good, slightly confused because my digital typewriter isn't syncing the way it's supposed to. So I'm just troubleshooting that because there is a leaderboard for NaNoWriMo this year for users of this of the free write digital typewriter, and I am nothing if not competitive during Nano. Oh my god, I try to always be the one with the highest word count out of all my like immediate friends that like I actually know. So come on, we gotta get the numbers up. Let's go. Let's get going. Let's go.
I gotta go register.
Hyper focusing now.
Yes, you gotta get like I'm writing good classic gay stuff. It's gonna go on the leaderboard.
Let me ask you something though. Is there any such thing as a non-classic gay thing?
I mean, some are more classic than others. I feel like Femme Vampire and Butch Werewolf is like very, very classic. Like that's like it's very classic.
Facts.
And who knows? Maybe I'll change the names and it'll end up on Kindle Unlimited one day. Who knows?
Who knows?
Nice.
I would be honored.
Who knows? It's like you have Vera's entire backstory or something now.
It's almost oh my god, how fascinating!
Yeah, wow.
You had to pick her character, taking verbatim notes on everything she does and how she speaks. Oh my god,
Pop star. It's almost like I play her every week, so I'm here to
such a coincidence.
Well, we love you very much and thank you so much, and we hope you win all the days and are first on the leaderboard and just trounce everyone.
Yes, I'm here to win. Okay, yes, it did send. All right, good.
There we go. How are
Hello,
you?
I'm doing good.
You doing good?
Yes,
Just good after you got to torture people yesterday?
absolutely.
You should be feeling amazing. I know that when when I drink my tears of my players from my dinner in a game, only the tears of my players can quench my thirst tumbler. I feel amazing. I plugged merch.
Yeah,
I'm getting
it's
better at
fine.
this.
It's fine. It's fine. No, it's not. No, I totally don't feel bad after games if I make a player cry. I totally don't, because I'm just like, ah. Anyways, hi. I will be playing Countess Rosaline, who lost her longtime companion Brisket.
Not
She's
really.
upset about. He sacrificed himself for the greater good. Okay.
Wait until you start throwing up tomorrow and just,
Thank you, appreciate it. And she's gonna get married and have family drama at the wedding. Yay!
Oh, yay! It's gonna be wonderful. It's gonna
I
be.
forgot about your awful parents. They're so bad.
Oh, this is gonna suck. It's gonna be cathartic as hell though, because I grew up surrounded by people like that, and I've always wanted to curse them out and or shove them into a locker. So
Right, I forgot to do the thing that I said I was gonna do about Rose's friend in House Allele.
That's okay.
Yep.
It's all right. If you can find time to do it, we'll cover it in just a second. Just give me some cliff notes, or we can skip it.
We can just skip it. It'll be better to introduce him in Chronicle 2.
All right, there we go. And finally, the amazing, the incredible, the absolutely stunning Ivy Shadow. How are you doing?
Thanks. Stop it.
I can
No,
never stop it.
You can't make me.
You don't live that far from me. I know where you are.
I know you do. I'm betting on that.
All right. Yeah, I'm good. I'm excited to see how this goes. I'm looking forward to it. Vera's gonna be changing a lot, I think, and that's both got its good and bad things. But
Ooh, yeah, it's gonna be a wild one.
yeah, this is kind of what I expected for her. So I guess this is it. But yeah, I'm playing the lovely and ridiculous, and now going to be perhaps a little more than she expected. Vera Rutha, my lovely the somber vampire. Girlfriend to Pandora.
Yes!
We did it!
She said it! It's
We
not
did it,
there!
fam.
It's
We
in
did
the
it.
notes!
We did it! We did it, Mr. Miyagi! We did it!
Yeah, just hold on to your knee, Danielson. Okay.
What do you about need then?
All right, so where we left off was pretty much a decisive victory was had by our incredible band of misfits who managed to actually talk a supernatural entity into not destroying the world.
I know, huh?
But a lot of things happened during this process. As Em already pointed out, Lady Rosaline, who has had a lifelong companion in the form of a chimera, which is a fey magical being, literally just made of magic and imagination, that has been with her since she was, what, 9?
Eight
Okay.
years old.
Yeah.
8.
Our constant companion, Brisket, who actually did something incredibly noble after, in an attempt to better understand the entity known as the Nothing, Lady Rosaline allowed it to show her what its experiences were like, which were so devastating they literally destroyed Rosaline, every aspect, mind, body, and soul. And Brisket used a boon that was granted put to everyone by the Nothing in order to comfort them as they were being told that they were going to be eliminated from existence. Brisket used his boon to wish Lady Rosalind back into existence. But in order to get the boon, Brisket had to be an actual person, not a magical concept. So he agreed to be made real in order to be granted the boon. So Rosaline never saw this, but Brisket disappeared and Rosaline came. After that, Vera managed to use her boon to make the Nothing understand that it had choices and it was not required to fulfill its destiny because it was an intelligent and independent creature in the world. And it worked. And it left, leaving them to pick up the pieces in a city that had been thrown into chaos. Everyone headed over to Emery's Tati's place to get some rest, and that's kind of where we left off, wasn't it? Everyone was like kind of going off into their. Tati had created a bunch of extra rooms in her Horizon realm to let everyone have their privacy. And
Yeah, she did that.
Everyone Vera went with her sire somewhere else.
After a kiss. After a kiss.
Yes.
We got a kiss.
You get kiss.
Yeah, kiss. And then Vera disappeared with her sire into shadow.
Into the colonizer realm of Spain.
The colonizer realm. Well,
I'm not letting it go. It's not gonna happen.
Okay. All right.
It's not the Dutch, but yeah, they're back.
Yeah.
No, that's where. Isn't that where King David was?
Netherlands? Yes. We have successfully invaded 2 different colonizer worlds. But yeah, so we're going. So where we left off is like Vera had gone off with her sire to help him take care of his business, and basically have a discussion with him, since he was one of the instigators of this attempt to destroy and remake the world. So Vera wanted to have words. And so everyone else basically crashed, like the sleep of the dead, because I think some of you have been up for up to 4 days.
We're fine.
Everyone's fine. Everyone's at least been up.
Sure, one of us had.
Yeah.
Someone's hallucinating their ass off right
now. Nobody disturb Rose. That's punishable
Rose,
by death right
the
now.
The moment she saw that bed, she was going to sit on and then just knocked the fuck out immediately.
Yeah. Actually, she sits on the bed and Finn's like chatting to her, just getting ready to bed. Turns around, she's literally sitting up asleep, and he just like shoves her over. Shoves her over, rolls her up in a blanket, and is like, "Yeah, I'll come back later." So you guys got settled in, are hitting the hay. Vera.
Yeah.
You and Ezekiel appear at the ranchero up in the mountain.
Yeah.
It's one of those places that I guess you could say you were almost raised in, because after your initial embrace, he brought you here to train you and show you the ways of being a vampire.
Yep. And
so this is where you learned how to hone your abilities, and this is where you learned a lot of the things that Ezekiel thought would be important for you, both as a member of vampiric society and as a creature who was technically going to be immortal. Things he wanted you to know and abilities he wanted you to have that could help you over time. It's also where you discovered a lot about your sire, understanding that he was an ancient being, and that it was very, very much a time of growth and learning, and you appreciated it because, as you said, you originally wanted to be embraced to achieve power, mainly to make sure that you would never be forced into choices again in your life. But I think also so you could get vengeance.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
She was a very rageful and wrathful young woman. Shocker, I know.
And she raged and she wrathed.
did.
But as you get to the ranchero now, there's servants who are obviously know who your sire is, and he comes in, and as you guys come into his office, all the lights are out, of course. But as you guys come in, he walks over and he turns the lights on, and his usual office. It's very much a guy's room from a different century. There are hunting trophies up on the walls. It's kind of a library / office, so there's books all over the shelves. There are actual racks that hold real vellum scrolls. This has been one of those places that is Vera a big book reader?
Yeah, she is.
So this is one of the places that you spend a lot of time in, because he has books and volumes that you've never found anywhere else. And this has been like a place that you went. This is your little fortress of solitude within this domain. And he never ever kicked you out and said, "This is my office, I need to do business," anything like that. Anytime he came in and you were there, he just kind of smiled and shut the door and left you and went on to do his business elsewhere. But he turns the lights on, and he turns around. He says, "I guess we have much to discuss."
I mean, we both have kind of agreed this is the direction that we're headed.
I think you can be.
That
It will
doesn't
be
mean I'm
demand. It's
happy.
already been demanded.
That doesn't mean I'm happy about it. No.
I have far part of why I think when you're of the land too long, the land understands that you not. I want you, though, to have all the wondrous experience I had. And I want you protected. I can at least give you the empowerment to do it yourself.
I think, like, as he's talking, she's walked up to the bookshelf and is like gently running her hands over the backs of the spines of the books that she's so used to seeing. And she's listening. Like, he can tell that she's listening intently, but kind of reminiscing a little bit as she knows where this is headed, and she's still not happy about any of the situation.
Before we left, I began the process of having my estate turned and legal identity. By the time the sun rises, will be all my estate, all my business. I have no partners who will be contest this, as I have been very efficient in order that finest legal went over all the documents before I am a fool. I have also sent out a missive, additional sense, to the leaders of the more public figures within the Anarch movement, to inform them that my final death will be being administered by my childer, who has, within her rights, claimed the essence of my vitae, as the Camarilla has called a blood hunter. They their blood go to
It's not like you have any others.
till I met you.
I didn't give you much of a choice, so
Hmm?
I didn't give you much of a choice.
Thought that could have just been a midnight.
Nah.
I like the tone.
Okay. Well, that makes you feel better.
Says there are some things though that we must discuss. When it comes to my abilities, over the centuries I have discovered a number of things. And initially during my embrace, I had a very strong obsession with the supernatural because that time period, science was really not the thing. And I wanted a way to check myself, and I had heard of elf powers. I managed to track down, capture an idea that our bloodline has treasured for aeons, but mysteriously disappeared. It is a stone. Simple, black stone. But it was soaked in the blood of the primordial founder of the Sombra clan. And certain rites were performed that imbued it with some of his energy, power. And you may call upon energy and power at sacrifices from yourself, in form of blood.
Ooh. Okay.
Called the Umbre Sangui. Black bloodstone. Kind of like reaches his hand and he literally pulls out a fucking black pebble, like a river stone.
Love it. I just like that and pebble.
Yeah. It's like a little circle in the palm of his hand, and he says it does not look like much. But when you give it your blood for the initial, you will understand. It is very taxing to you, so be very careful. But it will give you access to some of the ancient powers of our progenitor. But as I said, for us, we are not walking God. It is very taxing. I have been using it quite a bit, and I can tell you that even my own formidable strengths taxed. Cautious. Kind of like holds it out. He holds out his hand with it. When you reach out and touch it, it is warm, and the surface feels slick.
She'll take it.
Just imbue it with a little of your vitae. Hold it in the palm of your hand and pour your blood over it. Would you recognize? With that, you should be able to instinctually understand what you can command of it and what it will ask of you. It's not really an ask. What it will take from you when you initiate those powers. You must be touching it with your skin in order to actually. I once considered swallowing it.
I'm more considering a necklace, but okay.
Necklaces can be taken away,
Mm-hmm.
but I did not actually want to have to cut it out of me.
See, that doesn't sound pleasant.
Because other than that, I think that most of my contacts in big society you're not going to be able to count on them as allies. Kinsley may be your only friend for quite some time.
You're Kinsley and your butler, and like a few of Kinsley's friends.
Yes.
She's thinking back to Marco, like, yeah, I would trust him with my life again.
Yes. But with what will happen, the evidence you will have fulfilled the justice that our society has agreed upon myself. Sorry that
I'm also sorry that you have to leave me.
very sorry. I allowed myself to stumble this far.
I know. Parents don't always make the best choices. Love is blinding sometimes.
But I had the chance to give you a pen.
I never wanted it.
Steps forward and he puts his hand on your cheek and he's right already. Have the rest of the evening. What would you like?
Tell you what.
Amazing Andalusian who is quite headstrong if try and take her for a ride this evening.
You know what? That sounds like a challenge that I am up for and can handle. Let's tell you what. We'll go out for a nice ride, come back, and we have a lovely cup of coffee or tea. I don't know what you're drinking nowadays.
You're in Spain, we drink.
I know. I don't know what you're drinking. You've been traveling a lot.
Mainly what I've been drinking is, willingly taught me that.
Mm-hmm. Well, go out for a nice ride, come back, have a nice cup of coffee, and then just enjoy the evening. Have some semblance of normal and like the nostalgia from when I was young.
That would be wonderful. That's nice.
Me too.
I will hold down to have the horses.
Perfect. So, am I gonna have to start wearing a crown now? Is that gonna have to be a thing?
Have you ever seen me wear a crown?
No, but I'm just saying, like you're not like the old-fashioned, like stereotypical type of like.
Oh, I was for quite a long time.
Okay, well, you're not
You
now.
helped
So
me adapt to the. But remember, your demise, your domain, is wherever you set your foot for your La Sombra. Not only are the rulers and kings of mortal world, but we are epitome society. That's why walk anywhere walk with authority. You, my darling, always walked with authority before you were even. So I know you will have no problems.
That's very true.
I'm gonna go take care of getting the horses. Son. We'll meet you.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
he
yeah,
walks
that's
out.
right.
What is Vera going to do?
She kind of stands nostalgically in this room that for so long as a young woman, younger than she is now, a childlike almost, stands in the center of the room and just stands in a weird, like she's finally having that moment of everything is settling and sinking in. And she's standing there and she walks to where she used to sit as a child on the couch, just that like the corner of the couch where she used to pull her feet up and curl up with the book. And she sits there, feet on the ground, and she weeps. She just cries. And after a good 10, 15 minutes, she'll wipe the blood from her face and straighten her shirt, act like she's fine, and make her way down to the stables.
The evening passes exactly as described. You guys
Yep,
go
and
through for a thrilling moonlight ride.
you guys get pictures, like the rest of the party like gets pictures of this horse that she's riding. Like you don't get any of her obviously, but like the picture of these mountains and a little text of she's very much masking that she's okay.
Emrys will send her a text back. It's like, you should at least have an artist on hand to like,
Just to draw
you so we can actually see your face. We
Tell-
miss you.
Tell Rose she needs a wedding painter. Like
No one would
Cool,
ever be
cool.
up to Rose's standard. She is literally a painter.
That is
that would never work. That would never work out.
You're
Yeah.
right.
Agreed.
So you take have a wonderful and invigorating ride. It turns almost more into a race, which is the usual with you two.
Yeah.
You're on a gorgeous Andalusian, which is a Spanish horse.
Oh, I know.
Chestnut brown mare, young, full of spirit, very difficult to get her to obey a lot of the time. Because she just wants to constantly just take her head and run.
Mm-hmm.
And you find, and also you have to get past the whole animals hate vampires.
Yep.
But she is, because she's here, she is more used to the the scent of vampires. But you're new, so it takes a few minutes of coaxing. But you finally get to mount up, and like I said, it's a wonderful ride through the mountains. You get back, and you do talk extensively about your past together. It's almost like a recounting of your entire supernatural existence.
Yeah.
As he listens to you tell him everything that you did and all the adventures and all the different ways that you pursued your life. As you feel that the sun is approaching the edge of the sky, kind of finally sits back in his chair. Says, I know you have never before. And this is a very difficult thing to do. You are strong enough. It will be just as it was. Shared blood. I will not be. You will feed on fully drained. Don't worry. contain much more at this point. Whether don't work. I would suggest using as much as good to bolster yourself physically as possible. Because once you continue to try and draw from, this is where it becomes greater struggle. Will fade. Connection between the two of us will be incredibly powerful. We'll have to continue to hurt. My essence. Warn you of this one thing. Euphoria, this act is beyond anything you have ever. And only time. Kindred out. Careful that in all times after feel these compulsions. You will gain power, gain abilities had before, for at least some time after this. But some of them will fade, and others. But everything you access will be able to continue to at some point as your blood begins to become used to its new potency. There will be nothing left. To mean that. Once you have consumed my essence, my body will be ravaged by the time stolen. I wish there was more. At the same. You have two choices. Rest afterward. Or till sunset. Sunset tomorrow. For the rest of the day, try and deal with either way it must happen.
Let's get it over with.
He's always wearing it. So he takes his jacket off. He kind of lays over the back of his chair, and he unbuttons his shirt, puts in, and he sits down on the sofa, and just pulls the collar away, and he says, "As I said, not waste. Try and hold more. That will change as well over time, but for now, you want to change clothes, but
It's fine, they're dirty anyways.
it is an event in your life never able out. At first, and you two have fed off from each other before, both in times of need due to injury and just as a passing of affection. Vampires, I mean, the act of feeding from each other it's almost sex, but it's also a very strong bonding between two, and you two technically are bloodbound to each other. Although it's been a long time since you have done that, so the
Yeah.
bond's not as strong as it is when you normally do it initially. So as you're feeling him, you start feeding on him. You feel that normal rush, knowing you get that whole overwhelming of how powerful he is, and how much older he is than you. That's something that's always been present.
Oh.
And you keep on drawing beyond anything you've ever done before. Before it's just some initials, and you feel that heady rush of power as you consume this incredibly potent blood. The next portion of it, though, as you consume so much blood that it's spilling around your mouth. Can't really you use it to boost all your physical abilities up to the highest point they will go, and you're still not able to consume all the blood. But when you finally feel that you have reached that end, where in a mortal you would feel them fading from the last because you've taken every ounce of blood from them, you still draw. Normally with a mortal, you would even lose any desire to feed.
Mm-hmm.
But these next few attempts to draw from him, you get the rush of memories. Him in a dusty village, in the mountains, in the sun. He's younger. He's in peasant rags. There's several other children, and they have a very crudely sewn together leather ball that's probably stuffed with straw. They're kicking it down the streets. Several men on horseback come riding through, yelling at them to get out of the street. That flashes. You get another memory of him sitting in a priest's cassock and robes in front of a man who looks to be dressed up probably as a bishop, who is scolding him for some failing. You can't really get the exact gist of it because it's going so fast. You get another image of him walking through the streets of Madrid as the soldiers running back and forth with rifles, and you see there's been fighting happening everywhere. You continually just get more and more flashes, and you feel this incredible feeling of warmth and joy and purpose, fidelity, and you feel like you're alive. Before you know it, there is nothing left. You release him, and as you let him go, you see that his eyes had closed. His skin holds. You're always pale, but he still came from a very. He still had obviously had an olive complected skin before he was embraced, so he has a little bit of color to him, but even that's gone now. And as you kind of set him down and as he rests against the arm of the couch, you're looking down on him. You feel every single shadow around you as if it is absolutely yours. You understand that you could create literal creatures of darkness that would serve you for a time. You have so many more abilities. You can see absolute black. No light whatsoever. still see perfectly well. You feel you already had quite a bit of supernatural strength. I have no fucking clue how strong your sire was until this very moment. Know that you could just simply walk through walls, not even have to put up a hand. The rush of all this strength and power flows through you. You understand, you know how to fence. Not fight with a sword. You know how to fucking fence. You know, for some reason, you know etiquette from 16th century Spain. What use that's going to be, you have no fucking idea, but you know it. All this information is washing over you. All these experiences are washing over you. And for at one moment, you forget completely. Until you go to tell the one person that you would want to tell these experiences to. Look down. Nothing but an empty house. Dust on the arm, couch, the floor.
And she picks up his suit jacket and she puts it on, just draped over her shoulders, and puts that dust in a container, like she takes one off of his desk.
Mm-hmm.
And she sits there.
So we will switch back over to Tati's. Morning has come, and with it, people waking up. Sorer than hell. People are waking up and kind of sliding out of bed. I don't think anyone maintained any type of semblance of a morning routine in this situation. And plus, I don't think anyone woke up in the morning. You know, people are waking up at
Absolutely
noon,
not.
1.
No.
Rose doesn't wake up. Finn slips out of their shared room into the main house, and he's like, he sees you, Emery's in the hall, and he's like, "Are these rooms soundproof?"
I'm pretty sure Tati made yours soundproof.
No. Oh, come on. He's gonna be unconscious for days.
Oh.
I'm just making sure that nothing's gonna disturb her while she's...
Oh, yeah, she should be fine.
Okay.
Did he leave the door open?
No.
Damn it!
Because Finn kind of looks at you and he says, there is legends about DeWeirden. Hey. DeWeirden
sure
is
that-
his name. From our point of view.
I'm sure there are.
Am I tired as fuck, or did you just like make up like a German sounding word?
DeWeirden is Celtic.
Yeah.
So you didn't make up a word.
No, it's not made up
No.
at all.
No.
What does that mean?
DeWeirden is his
We're
title.
gonna have to fight something else. Oh my fucking god!
It's
no.
Fey name for Merlin.
For Merlin, yes.
Oh. So Emery's is like the weirdo now?
He's
I mean, that was
always
always
been
been the weirdo.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Would
but
never
like, is
try
it...
and take that away from him.
No,
Okay.
no, nor should you, Finn. That's perfectly fine.
Okay.
But we may be able to help you discover Aaron.
I would like that very much, Finn.
He says, sword you carry? You know that there is an analogous sword in Fey lore, Caliburn,
I am aware.
sword of the High King.
I am aware.
That if that is actually caliber, then technically wield it.
Technically, I mean,
They're supposed to be one and the same.
yeah, I'd like to test that theory though.
And
Preferably-
Finn kind of looks around and he looks at you and says, "Are you sure?"
Well, we need to find a stone first. And I give him a smirk.
Oh, that way.
Yes,
He goes, that makes more
I figured as much.
sense. All right. I'm gonna go find Tuck because apparently I'm getting married.
I'm gonna go make breakfast.
He's like, and second
Or
thing, I'm gonna follow you,
brunch?
and then I'm gonna find Tuck.
Yeah, Pandora's already gone to the kitchen to like start. Like,
You guys come down to the kitchen, and your Tati is in the kitchen cooking,
Oh,
wait.
and you see a basket that is full of fresh beignets,
oh man.
and there is a pot of black coffee right beside it, and all the fixings for coffee, and a bunch of coffee cups already set out.
Oh boy, oh boy.
And Tati says, "Help yourself. I'm working on breakfast. It'll be ready soon. Just gonna do a little bit of everything, so because I don't know what everyone likes. So we're just gonna do eggs and bacon and sausage and toast and biscuits are in the oven. Because I've got." She's like, "I hate them, but there's English muffins by the toaster. And so whatever you like. There's about 7 different types of jellies."
I walk over and I kiss her on the cheek. Can I help with anything?
And she says,
Yeah, do you need help?
and she kind of looks at you and she takes her hands off, and all the pots are being self-stirred and flipped by their own actual utensils. And she's like, "No, I just like to keep myself busy sometimes." And she goes, grabs the handle that was still moving the eggs around, as it's still moving the eggs around when she lets go. And she like holds the pan, she's like moving the eggs around that are cooking. She says, "Oh, you can take the gravy off for the biscuits though."
Will do. Oh, no, I can
God,
do
it's
that.
like Beauty and the Beast. I love it here.
And Tati says, it was a lot to do, but it is home now."
I used to have to do this by hand in the mornings.
He did.
Well, it can be
And
nice.
after
sometimes.
everything he's gotten the world into, he may have to do it by hand for a few mornings.
Was this my fault? Was this on me?
You could have called me sooner.
Well, that's fair. I'll take that. I'll take that.
Is he grounded now?
She kind of looks at you and she chuckles and says, "I highly doubt that I could ground the Merlin."
I think you can. I
If
think
I
anyone-
totally could, but we're not going to say that.
If anyone could, then it's you, Tati.
Mhm.
Penny's walking downstairs, kind of like yawning real loud, and you hear her jaw pop, and she's like, "Ah! You know, when Mark's popped me, I think he dislocated."
Oh.
Give me a trouble, huh, kiddo?
You're like, I have all my teeth. Can't complain.
That's fair.
And she kind of like looks at everyone. She looks at Finn. She's like, "Boss is still asleep, I take it, huh?" And he says, "Did you know that she can fall asleep sitting upright?" And Betty's like, "Oh, you know, she and I have closed some clubs down, but she always managed to stay awake until she hit the bed. So, no, I didn't know that. But now
Well,
I do, and I have a goal."
Oh boy.
How do you know?
I turned to the both of them like, given she was literally awake for what, 4 days running? Like that, no, I'm not surprised.
I mean, let's see, bringing Finn back from the dead, researching how to
for
bring
the
Finn
third
back
time.
from the dead, traveling to New York, that nonsense.
Yeah, wait, how
Making
many
sure-
times did Finn die like back to back? We couldn't keep him alive for more than 12 hours at a time.
Actually, yeah, like literally, she's been out of Like she's been running off of pure anxiety. That's
Running
literally
back, he immediately re-dies. She brings him back again. He re-dies. Like,
Yeah, it's very
Anxiety
likely
is
she's gonna be.
the new ultimate power source. We're gonna run our cars with it.
who
Oh,
needs
boy.
Adderall when you can't keep your fiance alive for more than 12 hours at a time?
Damn.
Emery's, as you're sitting there, number one, your phone rings,
Ah,
which is weird because there was no place to plug your charger in, and your phone was nearly dead last night. But as you look at your phone, it's fully charged now.
I quirk an eyebrow up at it. If it's the motherfucking technocracy again, I'm
No.
going to spit.
She said, as your phone rings, it's unknown.
Okay, I'm going to answer the phone. You've reached Emrys.
You all right?
I can't tell you how wonderful it is to hear the sound of your voice. Yes, I'm fine. Are you all right?
It has been unusual.
I just laugh. Unusual doesn't even begin to describe what this has been, sweetheart. But yeah, unusual is a start.
Is everyone there okay?
Yeah, we're all okay. We've been through it and back, but we're all alive. We're all right. Lots of developments. Lots has happened.
Yeah, lots of things that we're going to need to talk about.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you have any idea about a interdimensional connection that happened during all this?
Interdimensional. Oh, yeah.
Don't tell me about it. Go directly.
You might want to know.
Just questioned an hour or two ago
By who?
Wardens.
Fucking wardens. Okay.
They know something.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a word with a lot of them.
They came to talk to me.
What were they saying about me?
They wanted to know if the contact out to you because they wanted to speak to you about a violation of about bringing across items from another version of reality.
Okay, so
artifacts.
So I didn't do that. That happened to me. I did not cause said thing.
But
it did happen.
Really didn't want to know that.
Sorry.
All right. I mean, honestly, I did want to know that, but if they come back around, they're going to be able to pull it out of me, probably without trying.
Just send them to me if that does happen. I'd like to have some words with them as well.
I don't know if you... Okay, if what they told me is true, don't know if you speak to them directly. And I honestly think that what you should think about doing is possibly having your Tati present this to, because
now I'm very curious and a little worried. What did they tell you?
They have been dispensed in order to bring the item that you apparently brought over under custody, because they say it is a danger to this reality, especially if the technocracy get a hold of it.
Ah, well, I suppose I need to get this back to its proper owner then, before that happens.
Just whatever you do, be careful. Don't. If you can manage to do that without actually accessing the alternate reality yourself, do it. Because if you do it under your own power, they're going to have you for violating it. Even if you're just putting it back. And if you put it back and they don't get it, I guarantee that breach.
Interesting. That is doubly concerning.
I'm using a phone instead of just reaching out to you directly, because this is a burner line and I've got some tricks on it so they can't trace this. But since I'm pretty sure that they violated my wards, they're gonna know I reached out to you in some way, shape, or form. So I wanted to give you the heads up. If you can get anything done before they come to find you and they know where Tati lives, or they're going to be coming there next.
Lovely.
She says, do what you can. If not, like I said, the only options you have a master at your side and present this thing to the count.
I'll present it to them, but they're not taking it from me. I was given a mission. And I know that I'm not upset with you, Val. Not upset with you at all. I'm stating the fact here.
No. I didn't think you were upset with me. I know you're not upset that I spoke to them, because we both know that I would have had no choice either way.
Right. The wardens can be right bastards about that kind of thing.
Especially if they know you're hiding something.
Yeah.
I'm just glad you're okay. As okay as anyone can be right now.
It's definitely been an interesting few days, for sure. Yeah, we definitely have to talk when we're in person again about what's happened, specifically what's happened and is happening to me.
That might be best.
Yeah.
I will tell you one thing. I have made a decision.
Oh?
Yeah. I know you said that you would support me no matter what I did.
Mm-hmm.
That my practice was very well here. That I was work back and forth. I think that Seattle
Ah!
place to live. And I've already taken a partnership
Oh,
in a new practice. And
that's amazing.
moving my crap out there.
Well, there's ample room at my place, and I mean, I just should hope that I shouldn't have to say that unless you don't want to, and then we can figure all that stuff out.
Well, everything's going in storage for now, so I'll probably take you up on staying there, like unless you want to stay in a corporate temporary housing, which is probably some crummy pre-furnished Walmart furniture apartment somewhere.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. My house is fine and all my stuff's there. And
I think that would be
Me too.
Plus, I get to spend all day stealing books out of the bookshop.
Oh, of course. Oh boy. Yes, you would be very welcome to do so. And I am extremely happy to know that you're coming. That will be lovely.
Well then, I'm actually technically, unemployed as of right now.
Oh,
So, you know,
so you could.
I can have everything packed up by movers here, and cousin can go ahead and let them take the keys and let them in and out.
Yeah.
Fly out soon.
That would be lovely. I would love that if that's something that you want to do.
Well, I don't want to impose.
No, not at all. No, you wouldn't be imposing at all. Just to please come. Well, actually, I'm in New Orleans right now, so if you want to meet us here, and then we can then go home together, that would also be lovely.
There's a long pause, and then she just says, "We could go together."
We could.
I'll check on flights. I'll call you back.
Sounds good. Hey, I love you.
There's a little pause, and she says, "Oh, were you waiting?" Shut up,
All right.
Hangs up the phone.
I put the phone down, like stupid grin on my face. I look up at Tati and goes, "Hey Tati, we
I
we
know
should."
Val's coming. Stupid grin on your face.
Oh yes, well there's that. Also, we should talk about some things. I don't know how much you know about what's been happening to me, with me.
I was hanging from a pillar.
Right. So, 1 second, please. And I walk out. I go grab Excalibur from my room, and I come back, and I put Excalibur on the table. So there's this. Firstly,
Tati's still, standing at the stove watching everything cook. She says, "No swords on the table."
you might want to take a look at the sword, Tati.
She kind of like holds her hand up, and Excalibur floats up in the air, and kind of floats over to her. And as it floats over, it comes out of the sheath, and the sheath like sits down on the butcher block countertop on the island, and just comes over, and she looks, and it turns sideways, and she looks over at it, and she says, and she turns around, and she looks at you, and she says, "Did you do it?"
I did not. It was given to me by another version of me. Well, a much older, much whiter, much more beardy version of me. If you catch my drift.
Yes, Pandora?
So does that mean you're just like not allowed to shave anymore? By the way, she has like her hands wrapped, like she's ready for a fight. Because she's like, God damn it! Because she only heard his half of the conversation, but she's like, oh great, this shit again. But does that mean like, you got to grow out the wizard beard now, right?
Maybe
it would look cool. You could like put stuff in it, like.
Perhaps, yeah. I could put beads in it, and that.
Yeah, and like,
and he kind of looks at you and says, "Sure, why not? I'll allow it."
Thanks, Penny.
You're welcome.
But yeah,
after all, you're getting married. You're going to be all old soon. She walks off.
True.
Thanks, Penny.
All right, you have to ask your fiance if she approves. Because if she doesn't like it has to go.
That's true. Yeah. But yeah, a version of Merlin came from another dimension, gave that to me, or loaned it to me rather, and said that I have to find the version that exists here because that one is my responsibility.
Kind of holds her hands out over the blade. It wasn't just another dimension. Heal. This is almost here.
What do you mean?
As realities go, what do you know about the overall cosmology? I know you know there's other realities, there's other versions,
Yes.
other.
I'm aware of the multiverse and that energy sometimes gets shared between the multiverse and between different universes and
When there is enough similarity between two different realities, sometimes things can cross. The closer the similarities, the easier things become crossing over. Because this blade is so close to this reality that it itself makes it possible for things to move back and forth.
so the blade. And please, Tati, correct me if I'm misinterpreting this, but the blade. Are you telling me that the blade can cut through realities back to its own?
I mean, I'm sure there would have to be some synergies between the wielder and the blade itself that would have to match. Like the blade would have to be in the hands of the person who is supposed to wield it.
Okay.
Or the world's facsimile thereof.
Okay. So with my being this world's Merlin, I should be able to cut through and do that. Here is where things are becoming complicated.
Mm-hmm.
The wardens have contacted Val. They know
Lovely.
that something has crossed over from another universe. They know that I am in possession of it. They think I did it.
Good boy. They don't care. They want the blade. I guarantee you, these wardens are from probably one or more of the masters who are trying to get a hold of this before the other.
They can't have the blade. It's not theirs to wield.
By law and tradition, this has been a violation. You may not have committed it, but you are still holding an item from another reality, another version of this reality. Therefore,
So
this item is like smuggled
smuggled
anything.
contraband.
Yeah. And therefore, this item is illicit and illegal goods. They can take it.
They can get their hands on it.
The question then becomes, how do I get it back to its rightful universe without... Val recommended that it not be me that does the reality slicing.
We would want it to be the original Merlin who brought it to you. I'm assuming he did not stay here, though.
He did not. He went back through the door he came through.
You do know what that implies.
I have
Can't come back.
so that I'm going to have to go.
There may be something going on that's a little bit bigger. Why would
Okay.
the Merlin come in a one-way trip? Dump his Excalibur in your...
He said that I would need it soon.
Did you need it?
In all honesty, I've only used it once, and it didn't feel like it was used for what it was meant to be. So, no?
Then either whatever he was talking about hasn't happened yet, or just be.
It's true. There's also the subject of this, and I like widen my eyes and I summon the dragon eyes to me. This has also happened.
What is that?
I've been calling it Kilgara from the legends, but it is the dragon.
The anchor for the dragon lines?
The same.
And he's in your head?
Yep. And I did it on purpose.
She slaps you.
Ah!
You deserve that.
I knew that was coming
You 100% deserve that.
and was still not prepared for it.
After all the shit that happened with Penny, and you were like, "Yeah, let's become Venom." Yeah, you deserve that.
Here's the thing, though. With all of the other people that it's possessed, it seemed to believe that it was meant to be with me. And so,
You're gonna have to tell that to your fiance, by the way.
yeah, that's going to be an interesting conversation.
You're doing a lot of believing people were like supernatural weirdos.
There's been a lot of supernatural weirdness happening, so yeah. I mean, weird. You and I are also in that camp.
What did I teach you about making deals with anyone?
I didn't make a deal. I simply
You
took
didn't get anything for letting the dragon enter you?
it. I mean, I have its knowledge,
That's a deal.
but it was not a thing that I said I am doing this to get this thing. I basically was doing it so that the nothing couldn't take it.
My dude, it's a deal. Rose in her sleep. That's a fucking deal. You
It's a fucking
bitch.
deal. Emma. It's a deal. I thought I was doing it to save reality. Perhaps I needn't have done it, but it's done now. Can't undo it.
You
The
don't
only
know that.
reason I even
I know
thought to
that.
do it was because the Merlin who gave me this Excalibur had his own.
He had the dragon in him.
Mhm.
How did he come through?
There was a door of some kind.
It wasn't
Like
just a rip.
No, it was an archway that created a wooden door. I just kind of came through the door.
Okay,
He also
Time
breathes
out.
fire at me.
we're
which I
going to
thought was
sit
cool.
down and have breakfast, and everyone is going to tell me everything that has fucking happened in the past week. Go wake up the elf.
Elf?
The Finn, go wake up your soon-to-be wife, please.
Finn's like, elf?
Is that right?
She's like, and Todd looks at her and is like, you're in my horizon realm. I will literally turn you into a fucking Keebler elf.
do it. Only to him though.
Leave
Leave Rose alone.
Pandora.
She's
I
children.
will-
Rose's been through enough.
Pandora's
But
like,
if
Finn,
you
I know
actually
you've been
do
through some
that-
shit, but here's a knife for the back.
If you actually do that,
She looks at you and she's like, do you
She
want to
could.
test me?
Do not.
I
test
would
me,
love to
Tati.
see Finn
Do
as a
not-
Keebler Elf. Are you
Oh,
kidding me?
Boy. Oh boy.
She says,
What? What? You
if
think it'll
you're the
kill him
one
for a
testing
fourth
me,
time?
you're the one getting turned into a Keebler elf.
Yeah,
Oh,
please-
then can I
please-
get
please-
turned into like a Pomeranian or something? That would be funnier.
No. No.
Have you ever heard of the
No.
movie Vampires Suck? Their Jacob turns into a chihuahua. It's amazing.
Yep, I've seen it. I've seen it. It's terrible.
It's so good.
That makes Vera her favorite now because I'm not there.
Oh, 100%. Vera's been the favorite. Vera's been the favorite.
It's me. I'm the favorite. This is why you should be glad I'm not there.
So Finn's like, Finn's walking down the hallway and he's like, a fucking keep. If I wasn't actually scared of her, I'd fucking say some shit. But I'm walking down a hallway instead to go wake up my fucking fiance who's probably gonna kill me.
Yep.
I'm bracing myself, waiting for the slipper. Waiting for the slipper.
The chocolate is coming.
So Finn goes into the bedroom and he goes up to the mound of burritoed blankets. And he's like, first off, where's her head? And he's like, sweetie?
There better be a good reason why you're waking me up right now.
Our hostess has requested your presence and greatly apologizes for having to disturb you, but we're discussing everything that's happened, so we need to be able to give our information as well.
Why are you sounding so scared? What did you do?
Oh, I didn't do anything. I'm just terrified you're going to melt my face off.
I was
And
gonna
then
do
put
something
it back
else.
and melt it off again, probably.
No, I was gonna do something else, but all right, I'm
shit.
gonna go. I can make you go flying down the hall.
I could fly down the hall too, but I don't want to do that.
Yep.
But thank you.
What did I miss?
So Finn's been Finn, sorry. So Emery's has been telling Tati about what's been happening. It's been getting more stuff's coming out, and she's learning all these things, and now she wants to hear everyone's stories.
About what?
Well, she just found out that there's a dragon in him, and that
Okay.
Emery's Excalibur is from a different version of this one, and that the person who ends up wielding Excalibur can possibly go back and forth between worlds.
Oh, you mean the person that Emery's mentioned came into my freehold and in my house? So technically, this is a Fae matter.
I mean, I was already telling him that, technically that could be High King David's replacement, because, it's technically the same blade.
Is there food?
Yes, massively amazing.
She's just gonna take the blankets with her as she's going down to breakfast.
But while we're transitioning with Rose coming down from breakfast in a small walking huddle of blankets, let's go ahead and do two things. First off, let's go ahead and start the raffle tickets for our amazing giveaway that we're going to be doing at the end of November. So what we're doing, what we're doing is we're giving away this, which is this incredible spaceship. This is from Loot Studios, and this is called the Scarab. It is a 3D printed mini, so I'm going to be printing this out and sending it to the winner, who's going to get to put it together and paint it if they want to. It's going to come in a flat gray, and but you can prime it and paint it any way you want to, or you can have someone else do it. It's an incredibly gorgeous miniature, and it's going to be really cool to have and just have on as a display piece. But if you play Starfinder, you can also use it for that, because it is a 28mm scale mini. So that seat in that cockpit could sit a literal D&D mini. That's how big this ship is. So this is not a small miniature, so we're giving this away at the end of the month, and we're going to go ahead and start that contest right now. So for the next 20 minutes... Hey, I did this yesterday. I did do this yesterday. I thought I did, but didn't. For the next 20 minutes, we're going to be doing this giveaway, which means you have to follow the instructions in chat, which is type !ship into chat, and if you're a follower, you'll get 1 ticket. If you're a subscriber, you'll get 2. And we're also going to take this opportunity to take a 15-minute break and allow people to go to the restroom, get water, get snacks, and we will be back in 15 minutes. Thank you guys very, very much. we made it back. We made it back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for giving us that little bit of time. And we are back. So when you finally get down there, wrapped up in your blanket, everyone just spends the next bit of time hashing through everything that happened.
Rose will not mention she's pregnant.
And inhaling food.
I think everyone, yes, is inhaling
Yes,
food.
just Kirby style.
Rose is being very elegant while she eats. She has manners.
Oh,
She
well,
has...
Finn will too, because he can't help it.
Yeah. We can't
no,
help
Tuck's
it.
just shoving things in. He almost bites off his own fingers sometimes.
Yeah,
Tuck gets it. He gets it.
we can't help it.
Okay, but how is Tati supposed to know it's amazing food? You have to like almost choke every time.
That's pretty much the way it works back in the world.
Here's the thing,
No,
though.
that's literally
Rose's
like
plate. Here,
that's
Rose's
Caribbean
plate,
culture right there.
Rose's
Out of
plate
respect,
is
you gotta almost
clean.
die.
Rose's plate will be clean by the end of it. That is the best indicator, is when your plate is fucking clean.
Okay.
I don't know. In the Southern household, I mean, you gotta have like if it's clean by like
clean.
The third time it's clean.
Yeah, no, it's gotta be like you
Now,
gotta be
Rose
putting it away.
Rose is tiny, so 2 plates. In the South, if you're tiny, 2 plates is usually the good cut off and be like.
That's fair.
Okay.
Trust me, I can't have 3
if you're
servings
not-
of biscuits and gravy. Dear God, I'll be
You're not
bloated.
almost dying. Did you really enjoy the? Also, I feel like the other best compliment is when there's a big group of people at the table, but there's long stretches of silence because everyone's just inhaling food and can't breathe
And licking their fingers. That is always the other. Yep.
Lots of licking fingers and smacking lips and
smacking lips.
And almost choking on biscuits if they yep.
Ivy, you got back just in time for a sweet tea special. It's kind of funny watching Ivy be so glamorous and gorgeous and then being forced to stretch.
By the way, your hair looks amazing.
I know.
Like, oh my god. Like,
all I did was curl it. Like
the tresses. Yeah, but like it turned out really nice. Like,
thank you.
Mine always frizzes, so I was just,
It's very rainy here, so I'm surprised it did not. But thank you.
The tresses.
Amazing. Anyway.
Lovely.
Yeah. So once we're done trying to just death by biscuits, then
yeah.
So everyone's eating and talking. The entire story takes most of the afternoon to get through. Certain things are definitely left out. Rose makes it a very big point to not mention her condition. So I would think that, yes.
There's at least one time where she's gonna have to kick Pandora to keep it from accidentally, like, being mentioned.
Gotcha.
Like,
so
no, Rose just loudly sneezes every time.
Yeah, no, something, because something to cover, and then Pandora's like, "Oh shit, okay, like."
Eventually,
after the 4th sneeze.
Yeah, no, for real. She's like, right.
Tati goes, "Sweetie, are you getting sick?"
Sorry, no, it's fine. I just inhaled a little bit too much black pepper. It's fine.
She says, so you guys are sitting there and get through the entire story. Tati kind of sits back and is like, She slaps Emery's again.
God!
After all that, you still let him in.
Hey, at least it's not Penny getting smacked this time.
She goes over and she looks at Penny and she says, "You didn't let him in on purpose."
No.
I mean,
no.
Rose is just gonna mutter, "She technically started all this," and then just sip her drink.
I was gonna go to bat for Penny. She didn't let him in on purpose, and she had no idea what it was or what was going on. He saw all of that shit, and still,
Pandora, please don't help. Please don't help Pandora.
But Tati's got her finger in Penny's face, and she says, "And next time you find a cute boy, you're gonna read his fucking aura and make sure what the fuck he is first. You understand me? Don't bring no more weirdos home." Penny kind of is looking at Tati, and she looks around at everyone else. And is like, "There's people weirder than this." And Tati's like, "Don't sass me." And Penny kind of looks at Tati, and then Penny kind of gets the whole, "Yes, miss." And Tati turns around and she says, "All right, in that case, I guess we got a trip to make, don't we? Because someone's getting married."
Yep.
I will,
I might have been a bit too impulsive on how soon.
Finn's like, "Oh, no, don't worry about it. I called the freehold the moment we got here, and there's preparations already in order. We're starting to get everything ready up at home.
Seattle?
Yes.
Is the
I know
freehold
better.
being moved? Is the freehold being moved?
Well, yes, the freehold's being moved as soon as you tell us where to put it. I don't have a house in Seattle, and you have a little loft above your studio.
I told you to look for how. You know what?
You want... Okay, No. Everyone witnessed she's letting me pick the house. I'm going to Realtor.com.
If it's bad taste, so
Pandora
help me.
already has Zillow
Finn
open on her
stops.
phone.
Finn
go to
stops
Redfin.
like his feet literally got glued to the full floor, and he looks over his shoulder and he says, "Bad taste."
I mean, look how modern and ugly the house was before I took it back over in San Francisco. It was drab, had no color, had no personality. It was very cold.
Right.
Guys, we're too close to the wedding. We're too close to the wedding day for this. Everybody take a breath. Everybody take a breath.
She's so right, though. It looked like a Minecraft house.
What's Minecraft?
It's
Don't
a video
ask.
game
What's
where
Minecraft?
everything's it's a video
Same.
game where everything's made of square blocks. It was all blocky and shit.
Wait, is it an art game?
Yes, actually,
Kind
people
of.
can
I
create.
want to learn how to play this now.
Penny, teach your boss how to play Minecraft.
Penny says, "We'll never get her back."
I know.
Penny, help Rose start a Twitch channel so she could be a Minecraft player.
Finn's just like, character in white.
She likes like vintage cottagecore, like cute stuff.
Gonna go type backwoods witch in fucking Realtor.com and
Do I
see what I
feel
can
that he's
find.
Do I feel that he's upset?
Oh yeah, he's mad at you.
Oh my god.
He did not say
no,
I will just
stop.
go type
Look.
backwoods witch under his
She'll-
breath.
She's look. I'll call Auntie.
And he stops and says, "And."
She's calling.
So
Also, she needs to know that you're alive.
fine. You guys make arrangements to go back to Seattle.
Mhm.
I'm assuming that you and Finn are like doing all the whole fucking like, "Oh, I guess we have to find a house and looking for someplace secure." What are you looking for an area to put the freehold in? And this is like while everyone's waiting for the plane to, because you're not going to get a flight in the next hour. It's going to take you several hours to get.
Mm-hmm. She's looking for something very cozy and has more than one bedroom in it, preferably, and in a
Since
safe
it's-
neighborhood.
We're going to live in a neighborhood? At least I put my house in the country.
I don't think he wants the peasants anywhere near your house.
Okay, how about this?
How about
you
near
can
my
find
house?
if you can find us beachfront property, we'll be good.
Want to attract selkies. How you get selkies?
Okay.
Yeah, and beachfront property in the Pacific Northwest is not as glamorous as you might think.
And there is not a lot of beachfront. It's all big cliffs.
I mean,
That's
there's like
fine.
if you go like to the northwest, like Long Beach area, yes, but it's all very dark and drab and
Also,
dreary. It's not. It's
closer to the water means closer to nature and not as banal.
you could always go for
We could buy a small island. Oh, do we have that much money? You know how much money we have? Like real
I don't-
money.
I don't know. How much money do we have?
I didn't spend any of your real people money.
could always opt
I wasn't
for a
giving
nice.
your real people money. I was just giving our money.
He's been using fucking Fey Monopoly money.
Okay, how much money do you have?
I don't actually know. And he pulls out his phone. He's like, opens the app. It's like, PIN number. What do you mean wrong?
Tuck?
Uh-oh.
Tuck comes walking up. He's like, give me the goddamn phone. Both of you are napped. I swear to God.
I lean over to Rose. You could always live near Point Defiance. That place is literally a rainforest.
Ooh, that sounds actually lovely.
So Tuck kind of is like, he's like, here, this is your bank account. Finn's like, this right? And Tuck's like, yes, it's right. Like,
What?
where'd this come from? Like, you know, when you get a fairy kingdom and it's got all this glitter and goldy shit, you can take some of this glitter and goldy shit and literally sell it off for its weight. Sweet God, how did you ever survive? And Finn's like, but that doesn't last very long. And Tuck says, you just don't give anyone your real name, you jackass!
You mean to tell me?
What?
She just takes the phone and looks.
He's got like 1.5. Just in liquid cash. He's got tons of stocks and bonds.
Yeah, that'd be a fairly decent house in the Point Defiance area.
Yeah, let's just get a house there. Let's get on the plane. Go meet everybody else in the freehold. Get settled in. Then get married. Oh my God, my parents.
So should
Tuck's
I
like,
call?
I can kill him.
No.
I was gonna offer that.
Well, Pandora and I can kill him. It'll be even
Okay,
easier.
yeah.
In
can
fact,
each
we
take
can
one.
make a game of it. I'll get them really scared and get them running, and then you can chase them, and then you can catch them and bring them back, and I'll throw them, and we can play fetch for a while.
Yes. In Krino, so then they're going crazy while it's happening.
How about we don't kill my parents?
I feel like that's fair though.
You see, but we've already put forth the plan to kill your parents, and obviously put a lot of work and thought into it, so how about we just go with that?
She's just gonna start crying.
Oh no!
Shit.
Oh no! Pandora's gonna hug her. Oh my God.
This is like literally happening on the plane. People are looking at you like you're fucking crazy.
I assume I've already like alerted Val to what's happening, and Val's changed her flight as well to meet us in
Yes.
Seattle.
Well, actually, no. Yeah, yeah. Because Val wouldn't be able to get out of that area either because of the storms and everything like that very soon.
Yeah.
Look, I don't mean like kill them. But
Tuck
I mean,
like elbows you really hard. Don't back out now.
she's crying. Okay, God.
She cries all the time. It's how she get what she wants.
I
She cries and
tried-
cries and cries and cries, and then someone says, "Okay, boss lady," and then we do what she wants, and then she cries some more because otherwise I'm gonna keep on being an asshole. And then she cries some more, and someone tries to threaten to kill me, and I have to shut up.
I think you need to shut up now because you just poorly misjudged me.
At that point,
have
Emrys puts his
takes.
headphones on.
Yep, yep.
Sleeping mask on. Nope.
I-
He's knocking
No.
right out. He's out. I'm done.
And Tuck literally goes and he hits play and he shows the scene last time you were crying because someone said something mean. He's like,
What was the situation? How much stress was I under?
a credible amount of stress.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely horrible. You should have just burnt everyone alive. But did you? No, you did this! He holds up the phone. And then I had to go kill people.
Pandora's still
Hey,
hugging
hey,
her, by the way,
hey.
just kind of
She
like
looks like
patting
she's
her.
about to say something and then remember something and just starts crying even more.
Oh, son of a...
Give her a little squeeze and be like, look, I didn't have like rich asshole parents, but like, you know, mine kicked me out.
I was gonna ask Brisket to steal something and then I remember.
I mean, you still technically have Brisket. He's loading.
Finn is sitting beside you to the right, and he just like patting you. Finn's like at the window seat, and he just like pats your hand, and he's like, "Talk, shut the fuck up." And Tuck's like, "Oh, here we go again. Shut the fuck up, though."
Emerson just shaking his head, trying
Emerson
real
is
hard
so
to
exhausted.
ignore everyone and go to sleep.
At the rate that we age Emery's just by like being his friend, he is gonna look like Gandalf in like 6 months.
He's gonna end up being the Merlin just like by the time the plane lands.
No,
Oh
100.
my
The
God.
other Merlin's gonna come back and be like, "Bro, I just left. What happened to you?" And he just points at us, just being maniacs in the corner, and he's like,
Those
"Every
fucking
day, this is what I go through."
Tuck and Finn in a slap fight.
Yep. Rose crying.
things. Did you have friends like this? Because I have friends like this.
Penny like playing on her phone and walking into a fucking like luggage rack or something.
No, literally. Just
No,
swiping on Tinder and trying to show Emery's like, "What do you think of this one?"
God.
You can't check his aura from the phone, honey. You
He says,
can't.
It says he's on probation. That's good, right?
No, absolutely.
He only
not.
served
Sweet
6
tea
months, and he
special.
got out for good behavior.
No.
Again?
This was from Madness Diamond. Hi, Madness Diamond.
Hello.
So help me,
yes.
I will drop houses
They're
on
trying
everyone.
to fly on a plane.
So Seattle. So Seattle.
So Seattle.
So you
I
get
will
to
drop
Seattle.
all of Seattle on everyone.
If
Everyone.
it wouldn't
all
get
of
her,
Seattle on everyone.
if it wouldn't get her kicked out of the plane, Pandora would go into Lupus form to be like Rose's emotional support dog. But she can't do that on the plane.
The plane lands and Emery just flips Seattle upside down and slams it back down on top of itself. All right. So you guys are back in Seattle. Finn. Okay, so you're back in Seattle. Finn has rented a large Airbnb just for now, so you guys can have some place to stay. And so he can start moving people up here. So everything is in process. Rose,
Yes.
it's very last minute. But through a combination of lots of fucking money and Tuck going down to talk to the manager in person, your venue suddenly has a cancellation.
Nice.
Yes. And they're hiring for a new manager. So what is your wedding going to look like?
Yeah.
I mean, we are in winter.
Mhm.
It is very dark cranberries, blacks, silvers, golds, a little bit of green, pine. It's very, very winter aesthetic.
Ooh. Have you shopped for Rose's wedding dress yet?
Yes, I did. I actually had a mood board. She's
Oh,
wearing a
boy.
black wedding dress.
Did you
Was-
send that to me?
It is in our Emerald Sanctums section of the Discord server.
I was one of the people she asked for what color it should be, and I feel very honored.
Yep. Of course, she still has to wear her house colors.
Of
Is that it?
course. So I'm assuming you also picked out fit and stocks.
No, I did not.
Oh, you didn't?
No, that was supposed to be Mark's job.
Oh, rip.
Rip.
I mean, he's not dead, but like, you know,
God damn.
he's been redacted.
Damn it.
But it is a very classy-esque aesthetic.
I'm sure that Finn was able to pick out a tux that looks.
Yeah, Finn
Finn
is
can pick
picking
out
exactly
out
ducks on his
tux.
own.
I feel like now he has to prove himself because Rose was point blank like, yeah, your taste is
Yeah,
absolute
but the problem
garbage.
is Finn cannot see Rose's dress.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm sure like Finn picks a tux that looks very nice.
Yeah,
on
like
him.
the vibes. Like,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah,
the vibes.
he's already handsome, so like
Got a
it's fine.
vibe.
Yeah, he's handsome. Yeah, we all know.
He's handsome. He's so blonde. He's so blonde
so
and
blonde.
handsome
So blonde.
and handsome.
So blonde.
And handsome.
Rose's hair has like grown out mysteriously during this
Ooh.
time.
Every single time Rose cries, for every tear, her hair grew an inch.
Absolutely.
Oh boy, her hair'd be down to the floor.
I'm Rapunzel now, y'all.
All right, so you guys are everything's coming together very quickly as people get ready for the ceremony. Airbnb is actually like literally like a huge sprawling ranch house, and it's got like on like 4 acres, so there is lots of room for everyone to like kind of move around in. All the invitations go out either magically or digitally.
Penny did the digital.
Yes. You get tons of RSVPs. King David, by the way, flew back to San Francisco, not Seattle. Oh no, he flew to New York.
Yep.
My apologies. There is a lot of just activity. It's a flurry of activity. Everyone is throwing everything they have into getting this not only set up and done, which is extensively difficult for this, because like at the final count you have like something like 300 guests coming in. Once you get done inviting people from the Fae Court and you get done inviting like mages and everything like that, as this is all happening, you're back at the coffee shop. You and Penny are there. Pandora, you're probably helping Rose, right? So you and Penny are in the packed up. Penny's not even there that often. She's usually running errands for Rose right now.
Sure.
The coffee shop ran fairly smoothly without you present, which is wonderful.
Yeah.
Because that means that the people you hired can be counted on, be reliable. You kind of like emergency promoted someone to manager. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you've been taking more time away from the shop. So you've been helping Rose where you can. You've been trying to stay out of the way. And as you're sitting there in the shop one day and you're literally just sitting in your own cafe, drinking tea and reading a book, the chair across from you gets pulled out. And you
Look up.
you see a man dressed in gray slacks with black shoes. He's got a gray plain t-shirt on with a vest over it. And you can see as he's pulls the chair out, and he says, "May I?" And you see as he pulls the chair out and his left arm comes up, you can see that there is a shoulder holster for a gun under one arm. The gun is probably on the other side, which means he's left-handed. And he's holding the chair with his left hand, and he says, "May I?" Gestures to the chair.
I gesture to it in agreement.
He sits down, and he's like, "Emery's Grant, yes?"
I close the book with a sigh, put it down. I was wondering when one of you would show up.
Says, "Yeah, it's inevitable. We actually figured we'd give you a little while to get settled back in." Says, "A lot of things obviously happened to you.
Quite a bit, in fact, yes.
We have been sent by the council there was an altercation in which you were presented with an item not of this.
That is correct.
We were approached by. Oh, I'm sorry, I totally forgot. What's Tati's last?
Hang on. I have it right here. LaRue.
We were approached by Master LaRue. She pled your case before the council, indicating that this was not a case of someone overstretching their limits here, but a case of someone trying to mitigate damage being caused by an infraction from another reality. That being said, it has come to our attention that the item that was left here may be of some potential worry. Since a master has spoken for you, we are considering this to be a situation in control. But the council would like you to present the artifact along with a short dissertation about its potential effects on this reality, in order to assure us that you have the situation well in hand and understand all the implications it could provide.
When Master LaRue spoke to the council, did she go over everything that that transpired when the sword was... I'm sorry, the object, the artifact, was handed to me?
He said,
and what that implied for me?
She did mention that you were told that you possess a title that has not been claimed in this reality in 1,000 years.
That is correct.
So close to 1,000 years. We would also like us the implications of it.
As would I.
Council formally requests your presence, date and time, and he literally reaches in his coat and pulls out a folded piece of paper, date and time on the said summons.
I'll open it and check the date and time.
It is for 1 month. It is set for the full moon.
All right. I will accept the summons on the condition that I will be allowed to bring Master LaRue along as counsel and witness.
Perfectly acceptable.
And also under the condition that I am not handing the artifact over. The artifact was entrusted to me for a purpose, and that purpose has not yet been fulfilled.
I cannot answer for the council. This
fair.
is all the information that I have been given.
That's fine. And what's your name, Warden?
This is my name. Malachi.
Or what should I call you?
Malachi.
And I will extend my hand, like, very, very genuinely. It's a pleasure to meet you, Malachi. I know that this is not necessarily your favorite thing to do, so I appreciate you coming out here peacefully and presenting.
Malachi shakes your hand and he says, actually, my least favorite thing to do is cut the heads off of broken on.
Yes, I feel like that is also would be my least favorite thing. So, fair correction. I will attend in 1 month.
Well, and as he stands up, And he turns around to leave. You see there's this weird shimmering on his back, and you excitedly see the outline of what looks to be a medieval greatsword. But it's only there in outline for a moment, and then it fades.
Malachi,
Turns.
can I offer you a tea or coffee before you leave? We are in a bookshop / coffee shop. It would be rude of me to not offer you something as a show of hospitality.
I would normally be very, very honored, but duty call.
Of course. Perhaps another time.
And he turns and walks out. Val comes walking up. You guys have had a few days to kind of acclimate to each other's being around all the time. And she kind of walks up to you and she says, "That wasn't the guy who came and interviewed me."
This person seemed fairly nice. Was the person that interviewed you not so?
I mean, a lot of veiled threats like that head chopping off. But pretty much. He says, "I am going to go downstairs and I'm going to run through the omen."
Okay. I would assume that by this point I would have told her about the dragon.
Probably.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that conversation went about how you expect.
Yeah. Cool. Just wanted to make sure that was the thing. All right. And I will squeeze her hand gently, kiss her knuckles, and be careful. We're still not entirely sure that all of the wards are peeper-proof, as it were.
We will make sure. But right now, Rose's wedding is coming up.
Yes. I need to reach out to Vera and make sure that she's coming.
I don't think you'll miss an occasion like this for you.
I don't think they would, but a lot's happened, and I like to be certain before I don't want to assume.
Understandable. I'll leave you to it.
Okay. And I will pull out my phone and I will start texting Vera. Hey, hope everything's cool. Had a lovely visit from a mage warden just now. And it made me think of you. I hope all is well and that we can count on seeing you at Rose's wedding? ?
6 hours ahead in Spain, so it's about 6 p.m.
Yeah,
So you have risen for the day.
Yeah, she has. This is she has not texted you since she sent you those pictures. There's been radio silence on her end.
Yeah.
Which I guess it's not totally unexpected, but it's weird for Vera to not text you that straight.
Yeah, Emrys will have texted her several times since.
All you normally will get is a little emoji back, there's no words. And it pings as she's currently sitting in Ezekiel's old chair at his desk, as she's looking through a couple of documents, a couple of papers, doing now her work, and
looking through the paperwork.
As she picks up her phone and she looks.
Remember, if you need anything, you know it'll call.
Never after 5.
What's her? I don't remember what we named his Ezekiel's driver.
I can't remember.
I don't know. I don't remember what his name is. Either way,
yes.
She'll kind of look at her phone and smile a little as she calls for him. She's like, I can't remember.
Yes, miss. Chris.
Gotta get used to that one.
Used to it.
I know. Will you please prepare one of Ezekiel's suits to be fitted to me, please? I have a wedding to attend.
Yes, miss. Mistress.
It's fine. This is fine. We've known each other a long time. It's okay.
as you requested previously, we have had most of your wardrobe adjusted for you.
Great.
Is there any of his particular suits you wanted? Some of them haven't been done yet, so if there's one that you hasn't been fitted, we can go ahead and make.
Just make sure it's one of the all black suits.
Yeah, looks confused. He's like,
Just,
black suit?
I think he had a navy one and a gray one at one point. As long as it's one of them. And could you also put out a lapel of the crest for me? Thank you.
Yes.
It's fine. We'll get there. It's going to be a long while. It's not like I'm going anywhere.
All righty.
She
So-
kind of sits back and then texts Emery's, I'll see you soon.
And this time it's Emrys that like sends a giant smiley faced emoji.
Yeah.
All righty. So, Pandora.
Yeah.
You've been running around doing everything you can to help Rose get everything prepared.
Yep.
What are you intending to wear to the wedding? Oh boy.
Okay, it's not insane. It's not insane. Hold on, I have to find it again. Pick things up and put them down. Also just like taking every opportunity to make fun of Finn for stuff. Like the fact that Rose point blank was like, yeah, your style is trash. She's never letting him forget that
He's
shit.
talking about the furniture aesthetic.
Yes,
that
no, that like his aesthetic's boring and it looks like a Minecraft
You
house.
did
It
say this.
sucks.
You did say that.
And it sucks. Like, no, where's the heart? Where's the soul? Like, hold on.
Every time you sit, you do that. You know, kind of pick on him. He's like, "It's okay. I wouldn't expect you to." And he'll like pet you on the head and walk off.
Oh, yeah, we're feuding. Okay, I mean we were always feuding, but like the feud escalates. Yeah, just 3-piece tuxedo. This is her first one.
Dun dun
'Cause
dun.
the other one was like a suit.
Nice.
Yeah.
This is very
So,
nice.
Rose, it is. What type of ceremony is it? It's obviously not a Christian Catholic blah 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 ceremony.
Traditional hand fasting.
Traditional hand fasting. So excellent. So, you,
Emrys
You-
is writing his bit and then like researching like how some traditional hand thing.
so when you set everything up, when do you let your parents know?
She told him when the wedding was.
I know, but
Yeah.
Oh, about the hand fasting?
yeah.
Do they get
Oh,
like a janky, shitty
is
digital
telling them,
invitation? Because they
Actually,
should.
she is going to tell them at the rehearsal dinner.
So the rehearsal dinner goes about as you'd expect.
And I can assume that Tati is like he is with us in Seattle, like
She
in
hasn't
one
gone
of.
back yet. No.
Oh, she hasn't gone to Seattle.
No, she hasn't gone back to New Orleans.
Okay, that's
She's
what I
been in
figured.
Seattle this entire time. Yeah.
No,
That's what I figured. She's like hanging out in one of my guest rooms in the Sanctum.
you
Yep.
just see Rose is just sitting there as she's just getting I feel like scolded about her parents about bullshit. That is the best way I can explain it.
And so
Bullshit.
your parents step forward, and they're like, your parents are like, looking at you, and they're going, "How could you blah blah blah? We were going to get Reverend blah blah blah," and they're just going on and on.
Who?
And they're Protestants, not Protestants, but Protestants. They're Protestants, and
Reverend
so,
who?
huh?
Reverend who?
It's from the church. You saw him when you were a little girl. And as they're sitting there going off, Finn stands up, and he is literally almost sparkling.
Oh, good boy.
And he
yes.
looks down and he's like, "I am absolutely certain that it would be an honor for us to have our ceremony performed by the family private. But we know it'd be a great inconvenience for him to leave his congregation in order to come all the way out here. And we've already made all these arrangements. And this is holding with the values that Rose and I hold. So I'm sure you can understand when I really appreciate everything you do for her and for us. And we're going to go ahead and stick with our plan. But we're going to definitely make sure that you have places of honor during the ceremony so you can be there for your...
Is stepmama there?
Yes, she is. Finn is throwing off fuck tons of glamour. He is literally enchanting your parents so he can make this happen. And he is using chicanery, and so he is using magic on your parents. Are you mad?
Fuck 'em.
Fuck 'em.
Fuck 'em.
She's just gonna have the. We are having a discussion later.
And for the rest of the evening,
Wait,
your
wait, wait,
parents
wait, really
are
quick.
nice and
Wait, really
pleasant
quick.
and happy. What was that?
Really quick, when she's like, "Oh, we're gonna have a talk later," Pandora's gonna lean over and be like, "I mean, it's better than what Tuck and I would have done."
Tuck was
Like,
like,
oh-
I was gonna bite her fucking finger off if she stuck that thing out one more goddamn time.
Right, right. It's like, yeah, they're getting a little razzle dazzle, but at least
Like
they're
it looks
not
like one
gonna
of those
get
fish
buried.
sticks that this shitty restaurant serves.
Well, but enchanting the people that gave birth to me.
Yeah, the people
like-
who gave birth to you and then think that gives them the entitlement to do all this bullshit. Are you kidding me?
Finn
Emrys-
says,
Emrys-
look, all I did was
You can
tap
incubate a
into-
baby in like a pizza oven if you tried, okay?
I just tapped into their pleasure centers and made them very happy. They're gonna ride that high for the rest of the weekend.
Emerson leans over and it's like, "You're really lucky I didn't have Penny give them some kind of nightmare scenario in their head or
Thank
drop
you.
a car on them."
The game plan was just to get mom drunk. You know why? She's in
Why?
a better mood when she's drunk.
Oh, look, now
That's
I got her
the
in a better mood, and you
problem.
don't have to kill her liver. Oh wait, were you trying to kill her liver? We could have just killed them.
No.
Bro, literally,
Also,
I'm
where's
telling you,
Mark?
if she gives me one more weird look because of this situation,
Finn
I
kinda
will not be
stops
held
and is
responsible
like,
for what I do.
I thought he was helping you guys. He hasn't been around us all weekend. We tried to get him to the
Yeah.
bachelor party, but he kind of flaked out on it. And
He
Wait,
was
does that mean Chuck
suspiciously-
got to do the orgy thing?
What?
Probably.
Tuck wanted to have an orgy.
He wanted to have like a bacchanal and like kill somebody and like eat him.
Well, Tuck was like, well, actually, what I wanted to do is I wanted to combine the bachelor and bachelorette party together, and then have a nice little Roman style soiree, and then throw in
Right,
some
right.
nude people and some hot
Right,
Jello
right.
wrestling.
I
and
wish I
right,
could
right.
drink right now. I
And
wish
maybe
I
some
could.
giant
It's
foam
like-
dispensers from the ceiling. We just have to rent out the warehouse and make sure the floor is really clean first, and because sterilization is important in this.
Alfred,
Are we
please.
really
Alfred,
trying to
come
bring
on.
New
Yes,
Orleans to
miss.
Seattle?
Can you please get me a glass of water real quick?
He kind of reaches forward and lifts the glass of water that's on the table in front of you and then puts it back down. Yes, miss.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
But Mark has been suspiciously missing from the bookstore, but specifically from the chair. Which
My chair.
Yeah, he hasn't
Yes,
been to
your
the store
chair.
once.
he has not. I've not seen him occupying Pandora's chair at all.
At all?
Not
Nope.
since
That's
we've been
not
back.
good. That's a bad
Yes,
sign.
I need to talk to him about the credit card bill.
Your $40,000 credit card bill.
My $40,000 credit card bill.
Oh,
I'll pay it off
God.
as your wedding gift.
Finn says, "Thought I already paid that.
Did you?
Tuck told me I had to pay the bill." Tuck's kind of sitting there and he's like,
you dumb.
the fucking cat got everyone in the end. Where the fuck is the cat?
Has anybody
That's the
called him?
question.
Tuck's like, I mean, I've been fucking busy. Everyone's running around, getting shit done. House.
Are you sure he's not
freehold.
with the High King? Didn't he want to take him questing or something?
I
Did he take
do
the high-
vaguely remember him saying something to that effect.
Yeah.
Well, something. Tuck gets out his phone. He's like, You know what? I just realized I don't have his fucking number.
Hmm. He was in a group chat with the rest of us, so I know that like we have his number.
I'll text him, and I'll start texting Mike. Hey, Mark, haven't seen you in a bit. Where you at?
Carrier not available.
Carrier not available.
Uh-oh.
Was this Mark's only phone number?
Yep.
That we know of. Oh, and I gotta kill somebody for Mark. Wait, what would he owe me if I do that, though?
Rose is gonna look up the gym where his mentor work and call the gym.
Okay. The phone rings a couple times, and then he says, "There's a voice comes on the line. It says, the Queen's Gym. How can I help you?"
Does it sound like the lady that we met previously?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, it's Rosaline. Have you heard from Mark lately?
No, not since we saw him last.
Nobody can get a hold of him.
Like nobody.
Nobody, like, Emery's. What did the text message say?
Carrier signal not found.
That just means he might be somewhere with no signal. He could be in the Umbra. He could be in his den realm. I don't know if he set his den realm up with Wi-Fi yet or anything like that, because I know some weirdos do that.
That'd be weird and interesting.
I know it's impossible, hard for you guys to get into that area, so I can dispatch a spirit to check in there. It won't take long.
Yeah, he's supposed to be here for the wedding.
Yeah, I remember him mentioning that, but then said he was going to invite me, but I didn't get anything from him either. I didn't know it was happening this soon. I apologize.
It's all right. It's actually happening tomorrow.
I will do my best to be there. Sorry.
No, it's all right.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'll call you back when the spirit gets back.
Thank you.
Hang up the phone.
His mentor hasn't heard from him.
Curiouser and curiouser.
And Finn kind of goes behind David and see if they're together.
You have his phone number?
Why wouldn't he?
Yeah, call him.
And he takes his phone out and hits a number and it's like, yes, sir. Yeah. Have you seen Mark? He with you? Okay. Thank you very much. Yes, sir. Tomorrow, yes. We look forward to seeing you.
Oh.
He's like, I can't not invite him. I could.
Well?
He says, no, he has not seen him. Not since he remember, he flew back from New Orleans to New York. Mark? Was Mark on our fucking plane?
No.
So the kid
last
hiking
thing-
flew back alone.
Last I remember is we saw him at Tati's. He went with us to Tati's.
Tati says, give me a sec. And she goes into the kitchen and she gets a salt shaker out and she pours a circle of salt on the table. And she gets out some lemon juice and like squirts lemon juice and then starts drawing this concentric rings in the circle. And then the lemon juice kind of like just flattens out. And she kind of she's looking at the the static surface of the lemon juice. And she says, Mark's not at my house, and he never left by the front door. There's no other way out of that place.
Could he have gone to... Is it possible for him to make a path to his den realm from your home?
No one can come in and outside of my...
I didn't think so.
Without me allowing it. Never asked permission, and nothing broke through any of my...
So nothing could have taken him.
Nothing could have taken him. I can't. Obviously, I can't see his room where he stayed. That would be incredibly rude. But we can check his room when we get back.
Let me check something really quick here. I take my phone and I'm going to text Vera. Hey, V. Mark seems to be missing. Would you happen to know where he is or might be? Question mark. Also,
phone-
hi, we miss you.
Your phone starts ringing.
Hey!
Hey, so I am recalling a thing that maybe I forgot to mention before I left with that specific thing. The nothing offered to make him essentially a warlock if you want to, so he might be busy.
Oh, like a warlock patron, like D&D warlock.
Yeah.
Oh.
What?
So like he might be gone. I didn't think he was going to take me up on it, but it's Mark. So like there's that.
Right.
That is true. That is true.
Okay, I will let everyone know. We'll be seeing you soon.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, no, I'll be there. In the background, you can hear like, Miss, I've got the suit ready, like all those things. She's like, yeah, I'll be there soon.
Awesome. Things going okay out in Spain?
Yeah.
Click.
Cool. Cool. We miss you. I'm looking forward to seeing you. We can catch up and things and all that stuff. And I'm getting a dance, and I know you're going to belong to Pandora for the majority of the night.
Of course
I'm getting at least a dance.
Yes, of course you get a dance.
Cool. Well, I know you're a very busy woman. I don't want to keep you for too long, and I'm starting to feel awkward.
It's okay. I love you.
I love you too.
I'll see you
And
soon.
see you soon.
See you tomorrow.
All right. Bye. Okay, so we got a little bit of insight. So
Is it good news or bad news? Do I need to sit down?
Yes.
Sitting down is a good idea.
I didn't hear what happened, but it's Mark, so yeah.
Rose is going to sit down.
So during our tete-a-tete with the Nothing, the Nothing seemed to imply that he might need a follower, a warlock, that he was now in need, a patron in need of an assistant.
You think Mark would do that, though? It's Mark.
It's Mark, and that's exactly why I think he would do that.
But also, Mark doesn't want to follow anyone's orders.
If there's a promise of power, Mark might.
He turned down a knight position from High King David. I doubt it.
Does that include like supernatural ability or a furthering of his supernatural ability?
It can.
I think this one was more of a like immediate, like, join me now. You will see the power of the Nothing. I don't want to say dark side because nothing doesn't
Join me
seem
now, and we will bring peace to the galaxy.
You're not quite join me now. We'll bring peace to the galaxy.
That was
but join me now, and I'll show you power like you've never seen before. Scenario.
He was very disappointed, and we did make fun of him. I just want to note that.
Yeah, he was very disappointed in the fact that like his powers went away beforehand. His whole omnipotence, omniscience thing. So there's that. I don't think we made it easy for him either.
He didn't make it easy for us either.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
And I mean it in the most loving of way possible.
Of course. I've lovingly wanted to drop a house on him several times, but yeah, I have a feeling that now that Vera mentions that, she says hi. By the way, she'll see us tomorrow. That is potentially where he might be, which is why we can't reach him.
I'm disappointed, but okay.
Yeah. It's weird. It's going to be weird not him being here fighting with Pandora over Pandora's chair.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss that.
No, you won't.
But I didn't get the chance to really win, so
I mean, you win by default.
yeah, but that's not the same.
I mean, and you won because I gave you the chair. The chair belongs to me, and then I gave it to you.
No.
Yeah, but Mark never cared about that. Mark never cared about that. So.
That's true. He didn't.
Say, Mark didn't really care about who the actual owner of the chair was, as long as he was alive. He was the
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rose is just going to hold her hand up. I have an early morning, so I am going to actually sleep.
That's probably a good idea. Yeah.
Because I am probably going to have a meltdown in the morning. So
Please try not to.
Finn says,
we'll have issues ready.
Remember, they are very happy. They will be very happy until they get home.
Yeah, they will be very happy.
I love this.
also,
They're
they
gonna
were
have wonderful dreams too.
I mean, they were kind of pissed when I also told them they weren't walking me down the aisle.
Now they're not mad about that.
Exactly. Fuck.
Who is walking you down the aisle?
I am walking by myself.
All right.
Ooh, strong, independent woman.
I stand that. I will be waiting for you on the other end of the aisle then. It'll be a good time. I have to finish writing the ceremony. Oh boy.
I'm sorry, my cat is just being really weird. What are you
gonna
doing?
Start traveling now. That way she'll be there in time. Understand this is one, her first time traveling alone to these shadows, and two, traveling to this specific place by herself.
So you basically, once you bonded to Stone, you discover you have access. Number one, you discover that, all the disciplines that your sire had access to. It was considerable.
Yeah.
He had, and you don't get, we're gonna, if you're gonna play Vera later, I'll go through which ones you actually keep, because when through the mechanics of Diablerie, when you first Diablerize, you get access to everything, but it fades.
We'll
drink the blood.
For now, it's not the most important. So
but the stone allows you to use one of the highest level powers of this magic, and that is the ability to transverse shadow. It's not the ability he uses to jump from shadow to shadow locally. It's the one he uses when he just appears out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's basically what she's using. She starts traveling alone for the first time.
Yeah.
So.
It basically, you literally have to give the stone like 4 points of blood.
Yeah.
Which, even if you can contain 20 points of blood, that's 1/5 of your entire blood.
Yeah.
So you have to. It literally drains you, but the motion is instantaneous, and you can appear in any shadow you like. As long as you are in the shadow, you take no damage from any sunlight, because it's all considered indirect. And the stone also gives you access. Well, no, you have access through your sire's abilities that you still currently have because of the Diablerie. You have access to the ability to stay in a shadow. So you can actually just be in shadow instead of like having to step directly out of it. Like I said, there's no time in your travel. You go from point A to point B.
Okay, then she'll wait. If she'll know that. She'll wait for the next day. So wedding day.
Okay. So the morning comes. Rose, I'm assuming this is an evening ceremony.
She's muted.
Talking to you, Anne.
to you, Em.
Sorry, my dad was texting me.
Oh, you're
Oh my God! Hi, Em's dad. We're not
Hi, Em's
cursing as much this
dad.
time.
So what was going on?
You get or sorry, is it going to be an evening ceremony?
Yes.
Okay. So the day is spent with the final preparations for the ceremony. You're getting your hair done early because I'm assuming it's going to be in some magnificent coif.
Kind of. It's an updo, but not extreme.
Gotcha. And you have people that's helping you with your dress and everything like that. Emery's. Did you Sphinx? Did you actually write something down? No.
No, I'm not prepared for that at all.
Stop.
No.
Cool. Then I'm gonna make you do it on the cuff.
I've got an intro off the cuff.
Oh,
Oh
nice.
Lord. Here
Oh,
we go.
nice.
Is it gonna be the first lines from Purple Rain? Just kidding.
Actually,
Marriage.
Shut up. Oh my God. Shut up.
it legit was gonna be dearly beloved. We are gathered here today to get through this thing called life.
Yep.
Yes.
So, but yeah, you everything is being prepared. The guests start arriving for the wedding, like about an hour before the wedding's supposed to actually take place. By about 20 minutes in, the venue is filled up. And even though this is a decently large venue, this is a pretty big crowd for the venue. You see a lot of Shi nobles, dignitaries. You see, so you see a lot of dignitaries from the Mage Society, and you see a lot of dignitaries from Werewolf Society. The pack from San Francisco, the set from San Francisco has sent lots of people. And you basically are sitting there and everything seems to be going perfect. Your mom is helping you with your dress. And
Which mom? Which mom?
your biological and your stepmom is there.
Mm-hmm.
And she is kind of like doing everything she can to be as nice as possible. And like anytime anyone's like trying to ask anything of you, and you're sitting there going, she's like, can I?
Mm-hmm.
And she will.
No, Rose is having a full blown anxiety like 5 minutes before going down the aisle. Full blown anxiety attack.
And so she is switching people away from you and diverting them and answering any questions. If anything is super important that she really can't answer, she will bring it back to you. But she is doing everything she can just to keep people off your back.
Yeah.
While your biological mom is doing everything she can with the clothes and everything like that. And she's constantly cooing and saying, oh my God, you look so gorgeous. This is going to be wonderful. You're going to be so... I can just tell. And she's just like... And it's the weirdest fucking thing you've ever experienced in your life.
I might be getting a new trauma out of this.
Number two, she's absolutely sober.
Wow.
She doesn't smell like alcohol at all. Her clothes are put on absolutely properly.
What color is she wearing?
She is wearing, I don't know, blue.
Okay.
And so, once she gets you all set aside, and she's like, all right, not much longer now. I'm going to go sit with your father.
Mm-hmm.
And she like, is it okay if I give you a hug?
Yeah. She'll just give a little pat.
Oh yeah, she's not like crushing you. She's like doing the whole, because you're like in your entire regalia, so she's like gently like doing the hug, and she's like, I am so happy. Thank you for inviting us.
Mm-hmm.
She just like turns and walks out. Your stepmom comes out and she says, are you ready?
No.
Cool. I guess we'll wait then. Vera, you're sitting with Pandora, of course.
Vera actually shows up and goes to knock on Rose's door first.
Oh.
Rose is gonna open the door. Oh, thank God.
And she's staying there in full tux because she's got her crest from Ezekiel pinned on her lapel, as this is hers now. And she's like, oh wow, you look gorgeous.
Thank you. Okay. Can I just run out the door? That's a thought.
No. I don't think you actually want to do that.
How have you been?
I've been.
It seems like all the shadows around Vera are doing everything they can to make her look flattering. The shadows of her cheeks are just slightly more pronounced, so she has her cheekbones stick out even more. The shadows around her eyes are actually slightly lighter, letting you see her eyes more. Everything seems to be doing its best when it comes to the shadows to enhance her appearance. You also notice that it seems like sometimes like her shadow on the floor moves of its own accord.
I suggest you don't keep Pandora waiting.
Yeah, but I wanted to say hello to the bride first.
I'll be out in about 5 minutes.
Are you sure?
I promise.
I can wisp you away if you want. Like,
No.
Run, I'm just saying.
We know what happened the last time I got whisked away. Finn got pissed and then tracked me down.
That is true, and I would rather have him not show up in my castles unexpected. I would not appreciate that. Okay, all right. You know what? And I'm just gonna gently hold Rose's cheeks. Like, you look beautiful, and he is a very lucky fae. And then Vera will turn and start walking to go sit with Pandora. And she'll sit she'll sit there on the side. That way she can get out easily if she needs to.
5 minutes later, Rose will finally walk down the aisle.
On time, 5 minutes.
Time.
On the 5-minute dot. And throughout the ceremony, Vera will hold Pandora's hand.
So you walk down the aisle on your own.
Yeah.
See your mom and your dad are sitting together on the bride's side, in their place as your parents. Your stepmom is sitting directly to your mom's right. Your mom is just weeping. And your dad is beaming at you, and his eyes are tearing up a little bit. Finn is standing up in front of Emery's, and there is music playing. It is pretty much a very traditional song.
It's the Irish wedding song.
And you guys are basically you walk down the aisle, you walk up to the dais and are standing there. And the ceremony the ceremony is a very traditional hand fasting ceremony, where Emery's calls everyone to witness that you two are pledging.
Yeah. The good news is those don't take very long.
Nope. It's pretty much she likes you, you like her. Yeah. Let's wrap your hands in these claws. Okay, so are you going to stay together for as long as you can and love each other every single second you're together? Yes, good. Okay, let's drink.
I love this. Cool and okay and good. Got it.
The vibes are immaculate.
But much more flowery words.
So the ceremony goes out, and there is no interjection. No one tries to say anything. Nothing explodes.
Not even Auntie, the one that I accidentally insulted.
Nope.
Oh boy.
Nope. So you go through the entire process ceremony, and you guys walk out, and you go over. Since you rented the entire venue out, they actually set the reception for in the same venue, and the weather is perfect. It's not too cold yet, and there is pretty much it's under a big pavilion, but it's basically an open-sided pavilion, and there's like space heaters set around it to keep everyone relatively comfortable. And there's waiters serving. You guys are up on there is a table for the bride and groom and the VIP wedding guests, which all of you are at, of course. And your parents and your stepmom, and so everyone's kind of up there. Finn makes a toast as best man, which at best is.
You mean Tuck?
Oh, sorry, Tuck. Tuck makes the toast as best man, and the toast is obviously very ad-libbed because Mark was supposed to give it. But for the most part, Tuck manages to stumble through it and not completely make an ass of himself. And it's
So proud of him.
It's even complimentary to both of you.
Aww.
And afterwards, Tuck sits down and he's like fucking blushing.
Oh, look at you.
And Tuck's like,
You like weddings.
I don't want to talk about it.
It's cute. You like weddings.
I can be romantic if I want to. Why is everyone always picking?
I'm not. I'm giving you a compliment. You're being adorable.
I don't understand positive reinforcement. Kick me or something.
No.
Find someone else to kick.
No.
Probably her. And he sits there and it's like pounds. So the wedding, the reception is in full swing. You have your first. You do one tradition that's very Western. You have your first dance.
Of course.
What is the song, Rose?
I didn't pick.
Oh my god!
It's probably like can't help.
Okay, so we're defaulting to truly, madly, deeply. Got it.
No. Oh my god.
Actually,
Accidentally in love. There we go.
Oh, that would be cute.
That's
The
cute.
acoustic
That is
version
That would be
cute.
cute.
of
That is
Accidentally in
cute.
Love.
Yeah, that one's a good one.
So you have your first dance. After that, it turns into just a wonderful party. And you guys, did you guys make any plans for the honeymoon?
Nope.
Yeah, they just bought a house.
They just bought a house.
No, the only things that has to happen at the honeymoon is that Finn gets pegged, and that's it.
Someone has an obsession. I'm just saying.
Listen, listen.
I
He's
think-
literally Daphne from Scooby-Doo. He is the damsel in distress of their relationship.
You're right.
He
though.
is going in the bridal lingerie, 100%.
He's going in the bridal lounge. He'll look good in it.
He would look amazing.
Emma, for the sake of tradition, does offer them a crate of mead as one of his wedding gifts to them.
Oh yeah.
Chuck comes over and says,
He starts
"Thank you for your generosity, sir. This
No.
will be well taken care of." And he just
No.
picks it up and starts.
No, it's for them.
No,
It's for
I
them.
know.
It's for
Frank,
them.
Rose starts crying and she just gives you a look. I can't drink it.
Chuck's like, "I will be taking the place of the bride in the process of
She
consuming."
just covers
this-
Tuck's mouth. You're being loud.
You're being loud.
That's because I'm drinking about twice as much as this.
Wait,
I
what
think
was the
some-
one thing I said you needed to keep quiet about?
Oh.
Mhm.
Well, he literally says, "I didn't say you were."
I feel like 3 hands. Like, Vera will give Pandora her first dance because, of course, so it looks very cute. And then she'll be like, I can't be here long, so I'm gonna come grab you in a bit to give you something. It's a gift.
Oh, okay.
But Emery's the dance too. So I'll be right back.
Yeah,
And
of
then
course.
she'll, like, scurry off to Emery's. And as they dance, she'll kind of explain. And be like, I'm leaving for a while.
Okay, well,
Like-
we'll still like talk.
Of course we will. You're my best friend.
Okay, I'm glad that hasn't changed.
Of course it's not changed. There's a lot of things that I now have to deal with.
Understandable. I'm kind of in a similar boat. I'll
Yeah.
explain a lot of that
Yeah.
whole scenario.
All of it.
Yeah.
Probably dance for like 3 songs at this point.
Yeah.
I'm head of a lot of people and a lot of things, and I know how to fence now, so there's that.
Oh, cool. We can spar finally.
Oh yeah, finally. You'll have to show me some actual sword fighting at some point because I'm still like, but I think I'll end up needing it. But
Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about vampire politics, but it seems like it could be cutthroat. Forgive the pun.
you know what? I think that's okay. But no, you're welcome to come see me anytime.
I would love that. Absolutely.
Yeah, you guys can even, when you get married, you can come honeymoon in one of the castles. I won't even bother you.
And then Emerald will like pull her in for like a big hug. I appreciate that. I know Val will too.
Yeah. Happy for you both.
Thank you.
You know, if you ever need me, I will come back for you.
You better. And likewise.
Always. I don't think any of this is going to be easy.
No, it won't. But it's we have to do what we have to do, and I mean, we've got each other's back no matter what, and that's what matters.
Always. I love you.
I love you too, you weirdo.
You're weirdo. At least I didn't drink your blood. So this could have ended very differently.
That's true. That's true. That whole scenario could have gone way differently than it
It
did.
could have, but you know what? I wouldn't have changed any of it.
Me either. I know you've got to go soon, so you better go and hang out with your girlfriend.
I'm going.
Go be sweet and sickening and all that stuff.
Fine.
As Vera is walking, as you guys, break contact, and Vera starts walking
Yeah,
away.
of course.
Emery's, you feel for the first time the dragon stir. There's no contact, no mind-to-mind contact, but you can suddenly see that Vera literally thrums power. Every single shadow around as she walks by seems to for her. Her own shadow, instead of being that of a feminine figure walking across the dance floor, to your sight now, looks like a huge entity of incredible strength and power.
Oh boy.
I think really Vera knows. She knows that it's not the same anymore.
Emrys sighs to himself. It's like, I'm always here, Veer. Always here.
The only other thing you get from this, the aspect of the dragon, is that no matter what, person is.
And I will acknowledge the knowledge, and then I'll say under my breath, yeah, but she's my threat. And and I'll do my best to look after her as best as I can.
Right, that
Chat again.
sorry. That was
I had
I
to.
think
Come
that's
on.
very sweet and emotional and sad, but like, god damn.
That's why I put it in the chat.
I
Didn't
should
say
have
anything.
closed chat.
So
Vera knows that this is not the same anymore, but that doesn't change the fact that this is her best friend, and she will hold out as long as she has to for that.
Same.
Up until the day that they may actually have to meet in combat, and it be
Painful.
a very painful interaction. But she will always hold Emery's in a place that is, and even hundreds of years from now, will still hold him in that place. But as she walks, and is kind of like hyper aware of this, of those words to Ezekiel still ring true, that if he was to die, she would still end up alone. I think it's a loneliness that she feels as she leaves Emery's embrace as she starts walking, because she knows this is not the same. And there wasn't another choice. And she'll walk to Pandora and put a smile, and for a moment push that all to the side, because this is more important to her at the moment. And she kind of takes Pandora's hand. She's like, I have a gift for you. You can choose to accept it or not, but this
I
is
definitely will, whenever it is.
okay. Well, I want to give you a promise.
Okay.
And she, from her suit pocket, pulls out a turquoise and tungsten ring. This is not an engagement ring, so don't freak out. I'm not asking you to marry me yet. But this is my promise to you, that with this ring, I promise to love you. I promise to support you from afar. And I promise to support you and love you even from a distance when I cannot be here in person. And I'll promise these things for all the years that you choose to grace your hand in mine. Will you accept it?
I already said yes, but yes.
And with that, she will slip it on your finger, and it fits.
I feel like at that moment, Rose is gonna waltz by. You really need to be careful about making promises in a room full of fae.
She's like, this is only for Pandora. She's happy. Rose.
But Mal and Val, or Emerson and Val will be watching from far away.
He
like,
doesn't have a
I'm
name
watching
yet,
this
but the
happen.
lawyer's just like in the background, like, yep, I heard that shit.
Right.
Emery's, has Val ever met Vera?
Oh yeah, they're great friends.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're friends. Yeah. We are well familiar with each other, but and she'll give Pandora a kiss at that yes. So after being like, Rose, shut up, like. so
Yeah, you're like, Rose, shut up. It's like, Rose, and Finn's like, Rose, just leave him alone.
we got
No,
her.
no, they
We
just
got
made a promise in front of a bunch of
Finn
fae.
just kisses you.
I just laughed.
Vera will give Pandora this kiss and kind of give that last dance, and then she'll step away and be like, I have to go. I can kind of feel that it's getting early in Spain, and I kind of need to be back.
Okay.
You're welcome to come see me anytime.
I was just about to say, am I allowed to visit?
Oh, we already have a room set up for you.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. You're welcome anytime. It looks out over one of the gardens. It's beautiful.
Okay. Then I'll visit soon.
Always just tell me when you want picked up, and I'll come get you.
Okay.
I love you.
I love you too.
And with that, she'll click out of existence and be back.
She literally like walks a couple steps backwards in under like an archway of one of the pavilion's entrances, and the moment she steps back and there's a shadow over her, she just fades. Waves a little bit and fades away.
Emerson and Val will wander over to Pandora, and Emerson will put an arm around her. That's gonna take some getting used to, isn't it?
Honestly, so cool. Does that mean that she can just do that, like, anywhere that there's shadows? Because now I'm getting ideas.
It's pretty dope. Wait, what kind of ideas are you getting?
Val just like grabs Sphinx by his arms, like, yeah, no, sweetie, that's
no, but like if I just like kind of shine a flashlight somewhere and make a shadow, could she just?
Probably.
I mean, probably.
Val's like,
Are you okay though?
Oh, I mean, yes, this is, and like she's like looking over the ring and like kind of just like twisting it and like messing with it, like, oh, this is, you know those things that like you want but you don't want to want them because they feel impossible. This feels like that.
I squeeze Val's hand. Yeah, I know about that.
And kind of looks at you very quizzically, and he kind of looks around at everyone. He's like, Pandora, done the so many. Or for any of them.
That's true.
But as he's saying, yes, he understands how you feel.
Okay. Let me just clarify. Let me just,
Now, she's gonna grab both Emery's and Pandora by the hands and drag them onto the dance floor.
Oh, okay. This is happening.
At some point, they have to play the Cupid Shuffle, right? They
Oh,
have to.
absolutely.
They have to.
Cupid
So
shuffle, the cha-cha slide, the bus
Yep.
stop.
Y'all are gonna have to teach Rose how to do that.
Well, that's the
She's
thing, is that there's instructions
In the song.
in the song.
But not
Yeah.
except for the bus stop. Emma
not
will
the
have
bus
to show
stop,
you
yeah.
how to do the bus stop
Yeah,
and the
'cause
electric slide.
Rose is more classically trained ballroom.
It's like she can waltz like a badass, but she cannot do the other side. Really weird.
It's it happens. There's no actual electricity involved. Just before you ask,
I mean, I can make electricity involved.
don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. So could I. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. First time I tried to, I Tati 10 my hide so hard.
It's my wedding, so you can do whatever you want.
I'm not going to do that though, because also electricity and that's painful.
So, Tati is not present to hear that, so she doesn't kill you. So the rest of the evening is Rose, are you and Finn just gonna stay at the reception until you close the place down, or are you guys gonna actually head out early?
She is gonna leave early and head to her little apartment above her shop. She wants to be in her own
I was gonna say,
her
do you let
home.
Finn come with you?
Yes.
So you guys retire there. The party lasts as long as people can stay standing, and
You know how to party, so it's gonna be passed on.
Yeah. and that is pretty much a good place to,
Mm.
as we have concluded the first season of Sanctum. We will see where things are going to be going after this. We know there's going to be some changes and everything like that, but we are going to see what happens. And we'll talk about what's going to happen in a little bit after this. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being with us. Everyone who watches this show regularly knows that this is one of our favorites. Everyone loves their characters so much, and it's been a very wonderful time watching these players make this world and inhabit these characters so fucking thoroughly. It's been great, and I could not have done this without you guys. So thank you so much to my amazing players, and thank you so much to our amazing followers, and we hope you're going to join us for season 2, because we're definitely going to be doing a season. And with the new sets of rules coming out, we may have some changes because there's lots of stuff happening, and hopefully, I'm hoping within a year we can actually go over to 5th ed on everything. Because I've heard rumors that Mage is also in the works for release next year. But we'll see. So, in the meantime, thank you all, and we're going to go ahead and say goodnight to these wonderful people by letting them say where you can find them. Let's start out with Emery's Mr.
Hello.
Sphinx Akasha.
Hi there, everyone. I am Sphinx Akasha. I have been Emery's Grant, the Order of Hermes and Mage and Merlin. You can find me at Circle DM on TikTok, Sphinx Akasha on Instagram and Twitter. On Tuesdays and Wednesdays, you can find me right here on Dinner in the Game. Of course, Tuesdays playing Emerald Sanctums, and Wednesdays playing our D&D 5e homebrew Kingdoms of Mists, where I play Valestein Okal, a bard / a sorcerer. On every other Friday, you can find me on the Alex Bomb channel playing Initiatives and Intrigue, where I play Badru Kamar, a bard / cleric. On the opposing Fridays, you can find me on the ADHD Adventures or ADH Adventures channel, running my own campaign, Agents of the Circle. We have just started our season 5, our Battle of the Bards arc, and the party's on their way to the Kingdom of Anthem, which is the Bard Kingdom, and all kinds of cool and crazy things are going to happen. So please tune into that. It's also a podcast wherever you get your podcasts, so check us out. On Saturdays, you can find me also still with the ADH Adventures channel, alternating between Heroes Arc and Unlicensed Magic War Crimes. This week is an Unlicensed Magic Week, so come and check us out for that. On Sundays, you can check us out in our newest game, The Tale That Never Was. It's got time travel, it's got romance, it's got weirdness, it's got people being reincarnated. It's a weird, fun time. So come and check that out also on the AH Adventures channel. And you'll be able to find me someplace else soon, and Ivy will be able to tell you all about that.
You know, Ivy, where can people find you?
I actually like to go last if I can.
Oh, sure. Absolutely. In that case, we will go ahead. Oh, let's just Where can
Hi!
people find you?
You can find me under Star Shard Stories on TikTok, Instagram, and Star Shard Story on Twitter. You can find me here Monday nights where I run Changeling Lost, Bristol Lost, on Tuesdays for here, and Saturday mornings for Monster Hearts 2, The Breakfast Club. You can also find me on To Turn to Page 394, which, fun fact, we may have to change our system soon, because at the end of the year, Star Wars 5e will no longer be in existence. Yeah, they just announced it this past week that they are stopping the project.
It was always a passion project.
Yep. So, then every other Friday, you can find me on Beggar Street for Exalted, the Coalition of Onyx and Gold. And also on Mondays for Twin City by Night, that is ran by Dice and Autism, which has been a blast already for episode 1. Friday and Sunday, you can also find me on the Figment Collective. The games change every so often. I have problems keeping up with things sometimes, but that is literally it.
X, thank you so much. Milagros, with your puppy.
Yes, my baby.
Where can people find you?
You can find me here on Dinner in a Game. I'm here Monday nights, Tuesday nights, Wednesday nights, and Saturday mornings. I live here. They can't get rid of me, and they will never know peace. I am also participating in NaNoWriMo this year, and in addition to counting, my notes and stuff for these games, I'm also writing a sort of fan fiction. I don't know if it counts because we played the game, but it is Vera and Pandora kind of following this chronicle because gay, and I don't know, maybe I will eventually post it somewhere, but I don't know. I'll see how I feel about it. But it's very gay.
It's wonderfully gay. That's what it is.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. And finally, Ivy.
Hello. I have been the lovely and wonderful Vera Roda. This was my kind of send off for her, and I am trying really hard not to cry. It's a little harder than I thought it would be. I have been absolutely honored to play with every single one of you and Jonathan. This has been a lot of fun, and thank you guys. I'm gonna leave it there because I'm a mess.
Oh,
We love the hell out of you,
absolutely.
mess or not. Oh my goodness, folks. So we're gonna go ahead and take our hot mess and give it to somebody else. Let's go ahead and raid somebody. Let's see who we got up. We can go ahead and raid ADH Adventures. We can also, who else was up? ADH Adventures is up, and Dark Tales
Going
is
Crit
up.
RPG is
Huh?
up. Going Crit is playing Vampire the Masquerade.
Oh, there's a good one. Got
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's excellent. So we'll go ahead and read them because they're actually playing Vampire the Masquerade, and that's a wonderful game that we have been. I've been trying to get a fifth thing going for a while, but so much.
They're doing their
stuff.
finale tonight as well.
Excellent. That's a good thing to
Ooh.
jump in on. So when we get there, make sure you let them know Dinner in the Game sent you. Give them a follow if you have not. That's the biggest serotonin boost any creator can get, is seeing a new person come in and follow their stuff. Do what you can to support creators, and this is a small thing that we can do to help support them. So we're going to go ahead and raid them, but remember, at Dinner in the Game, we always save you a seat at the table. Do what you can, social distance, keep yourself safe so you can come back and join us every single game. We love you very much, and we are going to go and crit, and you are going to go and have a great evening. Demand it. Absolutely, and without a shadow of a doubt. Thank you so much, guys, for being with us. Thank you to my amazing cast, and thank you to Ivy, and we love you all. Good night. We are